Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. I hope you're all doing okay today and that you're ready for some celebration actually. I am not gonna lie, I am quite nervous to be honest. I don't really know why. It's because, I think I know why. This is very much out of my comfort zone. I have never done one of these like just chatting streams, if you don't count like my writing streams, which are similar, but I still have like the writing as a sort of crutch, and now I feel very like anxious and don't really know what to do with myself here. I have prepared a lot of things, like I'm not going into this completely unprepared, but I'm still nervous. Like I'm a bit nervous about like the whole concept of the stream. I'm a bit nervous about like if it's as interesting as I think it is, or if you guys are just gonna be, why are we doing this? Like, you know. So yeah, and also I'm nervous because I am going to show you something a little bit personal and close to heart, and I am very scared of the judgment. So yeah, and I'm nervous about my voice because once again, my voice does not like me when I stream. Like, I don't understand. It's ridiculous. Let's see, what are you guys writing here in chat? I still expect the streams to start when the song ends. Yeah, well, that would be nice, but I can't really plan that because I can't hear the song. It's just you guys who hears it. So the song got nothing to do with it. It's just there on a loop, basically. You're with friends. Yes, I know, and I'm very happy to have you all here. And this is why I want to do this, because I have said it multiple times during this week, but I am still so surprised and grateful and humbled by all of you guys. Like 50 subscribers, or actually 56 as of now. It is insane. I never thought I would ever get to those kind of numbers. Like, I know it's not a lot, like if we speak YouTube numbers, I know, I'm well aware of that, but still, to me it's a lot because I never thought I would have that kind of following. I thought it was just gonna be like my closest friends and family and that would be it. I never thought anyone else would like be interested in what I'm doing, so I am incredibly grateful for every one of you, and I want you guys to know that. So this is as much for celebrating and being happy as it is for thanking you guys for being there for me and supporting me and just putting up with my bullcrap. Friends, what are those? A mythical creature like a unicorn. Yeah, I know, right? What are friends? I don't know. So, let's see here. The plan for today is we have quite a lot to do. I have no idea how long this stream will end up being. It really depends on a lot of factors, but what we are going to do, I have a little sort of schedule here for myself. So I'm going to start with a bit of reading for you guys, and oh my god, my voice is already starting to crack up. Sorry about that. And it's one of the things I'm quite nervous about because I'm going to read from my own story, and I'm going to start by doing it in Swedish. Because I have been told multiple times that apparently it sounds cool like when I speak Swedish, so I wanted to share a bit of that because that's a very like big part of who I am. I mean, I am a Swedish streamer, so I thought that maybe sharing something that I have written in my mother tongue could be interesting, or maybe not. But if you're not interested in that, think of it like ASMR, I guess. But I wanted to share how it is supposed to sound, because it is it is the language that I'm writing in, and I'm gonna end this whole stream by reading the same thing in English. So we are getting the translation just a bit later to like wrap it up. But that translation is just that, a translation. It is not like the original version, and that's why I want to start reading it in Swedish. So I'm going to start with that, and I'm very nervous about that. I'm going to read the prologue from my vampire story. And I want you to know also that it is not edited at all. It is the first draft. It is very rough around the edges, and all of that, so don't judge me too hard, okay? It's just like a little sneak peek into my writing, because if you have followed my writing streams, well, then you have heard me talk a lot about it, but have not really gotten to take part of it. So that's what I'm going to start with. And we're also going to play a little bit of a bookish game together. We're going to have a guessing game. I'm going to read a part from a book, and you are going to have two alternatives, and I hope we can get the poll mechanic to work in chat. I know that you can make polls in the chat, because then you're going to get to vote which book title you think belonged to the text I just read. And if you win and guess right, well, then you're going to get a bit of funny stuff on screen, like I'm going to look more and more ridiculous, basically, and also I am going to do some squats for you guys, 10 for each round that I'm losing. So I hope I have made it a little bit tricky for you guys, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to get to work tomorrow. So yeah, that's also a thing we're going to do. And of course, as I have mentioned throughout the week, we're going to have a Q&A. I'm going to answer 50 questions in total during the stream. So basically the plan is to start with reading from my story. Then we start with one round of the game. And then we do 10 questions, and then we do another round of the game, more questions, and then we go like that until we finish with the questions, and I finish off with reading the translation of my story. That is the plan. I hope it sounds good for you guys, and that you are as excited as I am. Let's see, was there anything else I needed to mention? Oh yeah. I do have 50 questions prepared, but my god, I'm losing my train of thought. My god, scatterbrain. What I was trying to say is, if you have any other questions in chat, feel free to ask them. Like, I will not limit myself to those 50 questions. Those are just the questions that I have prepared. But if you come up with anything else, just feel free to ask. And I will do my best to answer. So how will he punish us if we lose? No, I don't want to punish you guys. I'm here to thank you guys. I will not punish you. But, I mean, if you come up with something funny, sure. But, I mean, yeah. She will sing and assume it is a punishment. That would be a punishment for me, though. That would be a punishment for me. So basically, you guys can only win in this. Yeah. So, are you guys ready to start? I am gonna see if I can find my document to start to read from. My god, I am so nervous about it. It's so personal. Like, I know that most of you guys won't even understand what I'm saying right now when I'm reading it, but it's still super scary. Oh my god, the text is small. I need to make that a bit bigger. If Word is going to help me with that, that is. No. There we go. Alright. Just lean back and maybe close your eyes and just relax for a bit. Det var en bitande kall vinternatt med en kyla som riktigt kröp innanför skinnet. Trots att hon satt framför en brasa med en filt i knät huttrade Mira och hon ångrade sitt beslut att enbart ha på sig en tung klänning och ett par ballerinaskor. Hon ville gå hem. Mötet hade dragit ut på tiden och hon höll på att dö av tristess. Och doften av den mänskliga tjänaren som sprang in och ut ur rummet med vin och snittar drev henne nästan till vansinne. Det var veckor sedan hon tillåtit sig själv att dricka. Som om man hade hört hennes tankar dök tjänaren upp bredvid henne med ett ostfat. Får jag lov att bjuda på lite ost? Frågade han artigt. Han var ung, inte mycket mer än 20 år, med välkammat blont hår och klarblå ögon. Han doftade ljuvligt. Nej, jag gillar inte ost. Men din arm däremot. Eller kanske din hals. Tjänaren spärrade upp ögonen och en bestämd röst bortom långbordet hördes. Mira! Hon himlade med ögonen. Ja, Marcel? Försök uppföra dig. Pojken är inte din att dricka från. Mira suckade och reste på sig och med filten virad omkring sig lämnade hon sin plats vid brasan för att ansluta sig till mötet. Jag uppför mig, jag lovar, men jag börjar bli uttråkad. Kan vi inte gå hem snart? Marcel såg på henne med trötta ögon och hon kunde se hur hans ålder började komma ikapp honom. Han behövde också dricka snart. Hans vita hår var matt och de röda ögonen grumliga. En sorglig syn. Mira själv såg inte mycket bättre ut just nu. Och det var värre i hennes fall med tanke på hennes lilla kropp. Ett barn med tecken på åldrande var bara fel. Kvinnan som satt mitt emot Marcel fnyste. Ni borde lära er dotter lite hyfs, Master Marcel. Marcel skrattade lätt. Mira är inte min dotter i köket. Och att försöka styra henne vore som att försöka styra vinden. Han strök Mira över kinden och hon flinade belåten mot kvinnan. Hon har dessutom rätt, fortsatte Marcel. Det här har pågått länge nog. Du vill att vi tar hand om dina pojkar. Detta är inget problem. Familjen Ravas har alltid varit lojala mot tronen och detta har inte förändrats även om er situation har det i köket. Så vad är problemet? För det är tydligt att något gnager er, Mäster Marcel. Marcel log brett och avslöjade sina rader av vassa huggtänder. Kvinnan drog efter andan och Mira fnissade. Det som stör Marcel är hur ni tänkt att betala oss, ers majestät, kvittrade Mira. Familjen Ravas är lojala mot tronen, det är sant. Men denna lojalitet har alltid varit en köpt sådan. Med tanke på er nuvarande situation, hur planerar ni att köpa vår lojalitet? Varför ska vi ta hand om tvillingarna, bara för att ni snart kommer att utplånas? Vi bedriver ingen välgörenhet. Rummet blev helt tyst. Det enda som hördes var ljudet av brasan. Om det är guld ni vill ha, började kvinnan och Mira skrattade rått. Guld! Ers majestät, ni har knappt guld att erbjuda, men nej. Guld är inte vad vi vill ha. Ditt blod å andra sidan. Kvinnan spärrade upp ögonen. Mitt blod? På ett ögonblick var Mira över henne och hade sett tänderna i hennes strupe. Kvinnan försökte kämpa emot, men den lilla flickan var som en fästing som klamrade sig fast. Det gick inte att rubba henne. Kvinnan såg desperat mot Marcel, men han bara satt där och såg på medan det hela utspelade sig. Ett kallt leende på hans läppar. Snart var det hela över och den forna vampyrdrottningen låg död på golvet, helt tömd på blod, medan Mira slickade sig belåtet om läpparna. Hon såg på barnvagnen som stod vid bordsändan. 2 små spädbarn sov där, helt utan att ha märkt vad som hade hänt deras mor. Den mänskliga tjänaren kom in i rummet igen med fler snittar och skrek till när han fick se sin mästarinnas livlösa kropp. Mira nickade mot Marcel. Varsågod, han är din. Tjänaren skrek när den äldre vampyren flög på honom. Men snart gjorde giftet sitt och han blev helt lugn. Mira såg på bebisarna igen. Tvillingar, men ändå så olika varandra. Marcel anslöt sig bredvid henne. Gör vad du vill med vampyren, sa Mira. Den andra är min. And that was that. Hello Quill, welcome. It was apart from my story. As I told in the beginning of this, since you missed it, I wanted to start with reading it in the original language, and I'm going to end it by reading the translation. So yeah, that was part of my story in Swedish as it was written from the start. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that a bit. I'm still a bit nervous. I'm shaking a bit. It's so personal to share my own writing like this. Like, it's super scary. I'm not entirely comfortable with it, but hey, what don't I do for you guys, you know? It's really good. Shame you didn't read the first chapter too. The two of them together really sets the scene. Yeah, well, the first chapter is so long, and there's also a lot of parts in it that doesn't really belong there anymore that I wouldn't need to edit out. But you know, maybe some other time. Maybe as part of 100 subscribers celebration. Who knows? I'm not impossible, but for now this will have to do. So yeah, I'm gonna close that down just to not be confused, because I have like 100 documents up right now. There we go. Well, get used to it because I keep poking for more lolly story. Yeah, I know, and I will probably share bits and pieces at least along the ride. Maybe not too much because I don't want to give away too much before it's finished, but I will definitely show you bits and pieces here and there. So yeah, okay, let's see. Yeah, that's what we are doing now. Now we are moving on to the first round of our bookish game. So I'm gonna see if I can, let's see how to do this. Not there, that's okay. If I go over here, then can I? There's a plus. Interact with the audience, that sounds about right. Start a vote, yeah, that seems accurate. Do you guys want to have like the options for the voting before I have read or after I'm finished? What do you think is the most appropriate way to do this? If we can make it work, that is. Otherwise you will gonna have to write. And also I can tell you a bit of how I'm thinking the rules. Like, if you guys know which book it is, well, vote for that option, but please don't tell the other guys in chat which book before, because me big slow. Okay, yeah, we'll do it before then, so you can like watch the alternatives and think while I'm reading it. But yeah, if you know what it is I am reading from, please vote for that, but don't tell the others, because I think it's more interesting if everyone like guess on their own. Of course you're free to like discuss and such, that's perfectly fine. But no spoilers as to like, oh, I have read this, I know which book it is from, or just go with your yeah, I want to do less squats, yes, of course. But also like if you want to help more, do like with your reasoning as to, oh, I think it should be this because blah blah blah, more not like, oh, I have read it, I know which book it is, because I feel like that is cheating a bit. And I want everyone to be able to participate even if they have never read the books at all, or even heard of the books, so, you know. All the squads. No, I'm gonna die if I lose all these rounds. It's gonna be, if I lose every time, it's gonna be a total of 50 squads. I'm gonna be dead, guys. So I'm hoping that I have at least been a little bit good with like picking alternatives here. But who knows, alright, so let's see if we can get a poll going then. Oh, no wait, we can, okay. Which book? And I can spell apparently. Alright, and then the alternatives. You get some clickety-clackety ASMR here too. And that's not how that is spelled either. My god, I am so good at this. So good at this. I thought VTuber's job was suffering though. Well, yeah, it is, I guess, but please go easy on me, guys. I have work tomorrow. And then we have this one. Alright, so these are the alternatives. I hope this works. There. Does that work for you guys? Can you see the poll? It works. Perfect. Alright. Then I am gonna back away a little bit from the mic so I can open the book without hitting stuff. And I'm gonna find the right page here. Alright. And I'm gonna find the right paragraph as well. Now his curiosity for who this man was grew even stronger. He wanted to lift the veil to look first and worry about everything else later, but he knew that wasn't the best course of action at the moment. So he could only peek through the crack below the red covering, his view limited, and missed the larger picture. The only thing he saw was the lower hem of a vividly red robe. Below the red robe were a pair of black leather boots walking languidly. Those black leather boots were wrapped tight around long, slender legs, looking mightily beautiful as they walked. On the sides of the black boots there dangled two fine silver chains, and with every step the silver chains would sway, clinking and crinkling, sounding extremely pleasant to the ear. The steps were nonchalant but sprightly, much like those of a youth. However, his every step was off so confident that there was nothing that could stand in his way. If anyone dared to block him, he'd rip them to pieces. There. Time to vote. Which book was that? I give you some time. Let's see what you write. I do wish it wasn't at the bottom of the chat. Oh, it's at the bottom of the chat for you guys. It's on the top for me. Lolly reads with the eyes closed. I am a very skilled vampire, have you no fear. Don't all people read with their eyes closed? Isn't that how you do it? It moved? Oh, for me it's on the top all the time. Oh, if I open OBS it's down at the bottom. I see. 5 votes. How many people are we here? We are 8 people in total, I can see. So I'll give you some more time if anyone else wants to vote. You made it pretty hard, though, but I think I got it. Yeah, we'll see. I can't see how... I can only see like the top vote. I can't see how many percent the other one has. We'll wait for a little bit longer. And in the meanwhile... You can? Well, I can't. Let's see. No, I cannot. 1783. Okay, yeah, seems about right. 1486. Okay. Yeah, alright. Yeah. This is interesting, guys. This is very interesting. I'm super excited. I had to like I chose the books like yesterday and the day before that, and I was so like is this too easy? Is it too hard? Like, it's super hard to pick books, and I also needed to find like English books as well, which was even harder because I realized that I have a lot of books in Swedish. So what's the squat punishment so I might suffer on our side? You're not gonna suffer. Like, I mean, you could do squats if you wanted, but I mean, I can't tell if you actually do. But 10 each time you get the correct answer is the punishment for me, at least. So yeah. Alright, I think it's about time we close the vote. There. And sadly for you guys, you lost. That was from Heaven Official's Blessing. And not the daughter of the Moon Goddess. So, yeah. You will for your gremlin. Okay, then time to do some squats, guys. And in the meantime, I will read from the back of these two books that was the alternative. Really? It didn't sound like that at all, except the mighty fine legs. Yeah. Both are kind of like Chinese in nature and stuff, so I wanted to have them like somewhat similar to each other, I guess. Could have asked me to bring a few yesterday. I have a lot of English books even I haven't touched. Yeah, I do have a lot of them too, but it was hard to pick because I wanted them to be like somewhat close to each other, both in like themes and maybe names, just to make it a little bit harder. You were the one who guessed the heavens. Aww. Too bad your peers didn't pick up on that then. Alright, but I'm gonna read on the back from both of these books, just to like promote the books and, well, if anyone is interested to read. Also, if anyone is interested in reading any of these books that we are reading, I have a list of them all in the description down below, so if you are interested in any of the books, you can check it out there. But yeah. And we start with Heaven Official's Blessing. A god fallen, a ghost risen, born the crown prince of a prosperous kingdom. I'm gonna butcher the Chinese names, by the way. Xiang was renowned for his beauty, strength, and purity. His years of dedicated study and noble deeds allowed him to ascend to godhood. But those who rise may also fall, and fall he does, cast from the heavens and banished to the world below. 800 years after his mortal life, Xiang has ascended to godhood for the third time, angering most of the gods in the process. To repay his debts, he is sent to the mortal realm to hunt down violent ghosts and troublemaking spirits who prey on the living. Along his travels, he meets the fascinating and brilliant San Lang, a young man with whom he feels an instant connection. Yet San Lang is clearly more than he appears. What mysteries lie behind that carefree smile? You're a strong maid with lots of walking. Yeah, that's good, that's good. Alright, I am going to put this book away. I have like a pile of books here and I can't even fit all the books because some of them are very thick and I can't really fit them all on my desk, so I'm going to put this away so I have some more space. And I'm going to pick up Daughter of the Moon Goddess. Keep track of our losses and I'll do them tomorrow too. Oh god, Quill, you don't have to punish yourself like that. Raised on the moon, Xiang was unaware she was being hidden from the celestial emperor who exiled her mother for stealing the elixir of immortality. But when her magic flares and Xiang's existence is discovered, she is forced to flee her home, leaving her mother behind. Alone, powerless and afraid, Xiang makes her way to the celestial kingdom, a land of wonder and secrets. In disguise, she trains alongside the emperor's son, mastering archery and magic, despite the passion which flames between them. To rescue her mother, Xiang embarks on a quest, confronting legendary creatures and vicious enemies, but when forbidden magic threatens the kingdom, Xiang must challenge the ruthless emperor, leaving her torn between losing all she loves or plunging the realm into chaos. You make it sound like punishment is a bad thing. Well, Quill, to most people it is. But I know you're a bit crazy like that. I'm not judging, so... Alright, putting this book away too. There. Alright, first round of bookish game is done, so we are going to move on to some questions. And also, as I said, if you guys feel inclined to ask any questions in chat, don't be afraid. I will answer them as long as it's like nothing too personal. But otherwise, I'm gonna answer these questions. I'm gonna try and see if I can make this a bit smaller because I want to be able to see you guys as well. There, I'm covering my entire VTuber model so I can see what I'm doing, but I see you guys, so that's all that matters. Alright, 10 questions to answer. Who's getting punished? Well, it depends. This first round of the game went to me, so I was punishment free, and you guys had to do some squats. Yeah, no one so far, because I'm not forcing anyone, but like if you want to make it fair, sure, do some squats, but like no need. Quill, apparently, yes, because she's taking this very seriously. Okay, first question here. If you had to choose between facing a vampire, werewolf, or a zombie, which one would you find the most terrifying and why? Well, since I am a vampire, I would not be very afraid to meet a vampire. Vampires are awesome. Vampires are friends. Werewolf, on the other hand, or a zombie. I think I would go probably werewolf, because a zombie, usually they are kind of brain dead, kind of slow, like, and I'm a vampire, so I feel like I should be stronger than them. But werewolves are the mortal enemies of vampires, so I feel like I would be most afraid of meeting those because they can be quite strong, honestly. Where can we ask the questions? You could ask them like beforehand on my community tab, but if you have any questions now, feel free to ask them here in chat. I just have like a document here with 50 questions prepared already, but as I said before, if you come up with anything else more than these questions I have prepared, feel free to ask, So if you come up with any questions, just ask in chat. Bros of the gym, you can have my squats and my sit-ups and my pull-ups. Yes, oh my god. Oh, you have a question? Yeah, ask away, ask away. Yeah, of course, if I feel like if it's too personal or anything, I won't answer, but ask away and I will see. And in the meantime, while you are writing, I'm going to answer the second question here on the list. And that is, if you could date any fictional character, but they had to permanently remove the hair from their head, who would it be? I know it was you, dude, who asked this question, I know, and it is quite cruel because you know me so well. Like, the hair is what makes a man for me. So I think still Vincent Valentine, honestly. He has the outfit, and he has the like brooding, and he has the eyes, and he's still like, I feel like he would still suit me personality wise. Like, he's still like, he's not unsufferable. He is a good guy, maybe a bit difficult, but still in his core like a good guy. So I say Vincent Valentine. Alright, let's see what you have written there, Senso. Would you rather have unlimited bacon and no more games? Unlimited... Wait. Or games, unlimited games and no more... Wait, I'm not sure I understand the question. Hang on. Rather unlimited bacon and no more games. Yeah, I think there's probably a mistake in the question there. Could you perhaps write it again? Do you mean like unlimited bacon and no more games, or unlimited games and no more bacon? Perhaps? No? There's no mistake. Okay. I feel like I'm being stupid. Unlimited bacon and no more games. Yeah, exactly. How can you have unlimited games and no games? Do you mean like no? Yeah, exactly. So no more new games, or could you please explain the question for me? I feel so stupid. I'm so sorry. No? Okay. No games. Like none. Okay, yeah. But unlimited bacon, yeah, okay. Got it. And what's the alternative then? Or games. Unlimited games. But no games. Yeah, that's the part I don't understand. Like, if you have unlimited games, then you have games already. So I'm not sure I quite understand it. But I feel like unlimited games sounds pretty good, to be honest. Like, I mean, that probably is like the all gamers' dream. So yeah, I would definitely want to have unlimited games. I mean, in a way, we kind of do have that, since there are definitely more games than I could ever buy in my lifetime. But yeah, not quite sure I completely understand it. I'm sorry. This question would be way more better if asked on voice chat. Okay, I see. I understand. Yeah, sorry I couldn't properly answer it for you. Yeah. Duder, depends. If you had unlimited bacon, you can make a business and live a great rich life just without video games. Yeah, well, games over bacon any day, so so that's my answer. Yeah, currently games come at a rate that you'll never finish all of them. Yeah, exactly. I still have, like, just in my own list of both like games that I own and games that I want to buy. Yeah, I have so many, so yeah. I will never be able to finish them in a lifetime, but yeah, games all the way, definitely. More games to the people, more games to me, please. Alright, let's move on with the list here. And if you come up with any more questions, feel free to write them in chat, of course. Would you rather spend a night with Don Corneo or a month babysitting Yuffie? My god. I would 100% choose Yuffie. I hate her with a passion, like she's an annoying little brat and I want to punch her, but I would never spend a night with Don Corneo, like, ew, never, So yeah, I would suffer Yuffie for a month to not have to be with Don Corneo. Absolutely. How many books rounds are you planning? It's going to be 4 more. So it's gonna be 10 questions, then a book round, and then 10 more questions, and then a book round, and then we go like that. Yeah, exactly. They are Final Fantasy VII characters for anyone who don't know the context. Don Corneo and Yuffie, that is. Good call on that, Dudor. Alright, next question is, what are the 5 most used apps on your phone, and which 3 would you delete if you had to? You're looking forward to your 100 squats, oh god. Let's see, what are my 5 most used... Wait, I need to pick up my phone, guys. I need to look, what apps do I have? Alright, YouTube Studio is definitely in top. Discord, definitely. Instagram. YouTube, like in general YouTube as well, not just YouTube Studio, so YouTube. And probably Gallery, actually. Does that count as an app? Or no, that's more part of the phone, right? That's not an app, so let's see. Spotify. Those are my probably 5 most used. Oh yeah, browser messenger. Is browser really an app though? Like what counts as an app is my question. If browser counts, then yeah, of course, browser. Then I need to redo my list. So then it's probably browser, messenger, contacts, YouTube Studio, and Discord. Those 5. Anything you open with an icon, I guess. Okay, yeah, probably. Okay. So yeah, those 5. Browser. Wait, which ones did I say? Browser, YouTube Studio, contacts, Discord. Wait. Which one was the 5th? Hang on. This is what happens when you ask number questions for Scatterbrain. I get confused by myself, guys. Alright, I'm gonna check on my apps one more time. So, we have Discord, that's for sure, because I use it way too much. YouTube Studio, way too much. Contacts, browser, messenger. Those are the ones. And then we had... which 3 would you delete if you had to? I mean, I have a lot of apps that I don't know what they're even for, to be honest. So let's see. Google TV, I feel like. Of the 5! Oh shit. And which 2 would I keep? Oh god, that question is evil. Oh god. I mean, I could delete Discord because I could still use it on my computer, and it would probably be healthy for me because then I wouldn't use it so much and only when I'm on the computer. So okay, Discord I would probably delete if I had to. And maybe the same with YouTube Studio, because that one I can also use when I'm on the computer, so I would be less distracted by it during the day. So yeah, those probably. Yeah, I feel like that's a good choice. And Denso has another question. What are your goals, dreams regarding being a VTuber? That's a good question. Well, my dream would be to be able to live from it, of course. I would definitely love to have this as a full-time job because I'm having a lot of fun with it, and yeah, and also I don't really like being in the whole like working a full-time 9-to-5 kind of job situation. I feel like I'm suffering from that. I mean, don't we all, right? But like, yeah, so I would definitely love that. But I know that it's very hard to get to that point. So, I mean, to be honest, I just want to have fun and show my passions, like in writings, books, games, all of that. So, yeah, but I want to, like, if I'm gonna have like goals and not be like reach for the stars kind of goals, then just continue growing and have fun. But definitely the biggest dream will be to be able to work with it full time, absolutely. But I know it might not be entirely realistic, so yeah, I do have smaller goals too, to just keep growing and have fun. Slow and steady, being consistent will get you there eventually. I hope so. I hope so. Thank you for believing in me, Dudor. That's very kind. Let's see. Which question was we on? We were on number 5 on the list here. So, if you would dye your hair in any other color than purple, which color would it be? Probably white, I think. Or actually, I need to look at myself. Hang on, I'm gonna... Yeah, I feel like white would be a nice color. Anyone counting how many questions is already answered? You don't have to count. I have a list here, so it's fine. I have like a set number of questions, but if we reach over 50, that's not a problem. So ask away in chat whenever you like come up with something. I will still answer the listed questions here as well. So I count the chat questions as bonus questions, basically. What is the strangest thing you have purchased in the last year? What have I bought? Let's see. I mean, I don't think I have bought any really like particularly strange things, but if we're gonna say like strange things for me, compression stockings. I mean, I feel like I am way too young for wearing those, but you know, as some of you guys already know, I was diagnosed in September last year with a blood clot in my leg, and I had to buy compression stockings because of that, just to keep the flow going. So yeah, that's probably like the weirdest thing I have bought the last year, because I would have never thought I would buy that being this young as I am. I always imagine that being like something you buy when you're older, like, you know. So yeah, that's kind of strange. And also, I guess the PS2 to HDMI converter that I bought just a few weeks ago, also very strange buy, and it didn't even work the way I intended it to work. So yeah, those are probably my strangest buys this last year. What are the things you've learned while reaching this milestone, and what are the things you want to improve? Oh, that's a very good question. What have I feel like I have learned a lot. Like I try to like think back to when I started doing VTubing, like before I got live, and I had Dudor here with me trying to help me set up things, and we like tried to do a private test stream, and everything was broken. The screen was glitching, the OBS crashed. We couldn't make the sound work. Like, it was a lot. Nothing worked basically. And I was like crying to him and like, this is never going to work. I will never be able to do this. And then like the first stream I had, I was so nervous and could barely breathe. And I feel like I have grown so much. I have learned to be more confident. I mean, I still have a lot to work on. I am still very anxious. I still get very nervous. I have been very nervous about this stream because it's so different from what I usually do. But yeah, and I have learned a lot of like YouTube, how that works. I have learned how to like tweak my VTuber model a bit, because in the beginning I was having a setting that made my model bounce around a lot as soon as I moved, like she was floating basically, and I had no idea that was not the normal thing. I tweaked her to like move more naturally as well, I feel, so I've learned a lot of like about VTube Studio. Still have a lot to learn though, that I feel like you can learn so much about it if you really want to. I'm not very good with those kind of things, but yeah, there's still a lot to learn there. And also I've learned a lot of like video editing and stuff like that I never thought I would be able to do. Like if I try to compare my early like videos to what I am able to do now, I mean, I still have a lot to learn. I'm in no way a professional, but I feel like the quality of my videos are a lot better now than they were when I started out, so I feel like I've learned a lot of things actually. Being less nervous with the tech in general, I suppose. Yeah, that too, definitely. The tech side of things does not scare me as much. Like I know a bit more about where to look or what questions to ask if something isn't working. I agree that you seem a lot more comfortable being live too. Yeah, I do. I feel a lot more comfortable. It's definitely... it feels more natural, like hanging out with friends rather than performing. So, yeah. And hello Crowded, and hello Eldrin, welcome, and thank you. 50 subscribers, yeah, it's insane. I can't really believe it, it's crazy. Like, I know, as I said before, it's not in the YouTube scale of things, 50 isn't that much, but to me it is a lot, so I'm super happy. It's really amazing. So welcome, and I'm so happy that so many people are here to celebrate with me. It's amazing. But yeah, as I said to Senso, I have learned quite a lot of things, like, and a lot of things I probably don't even think of that I have learned. But yeah, I think I learned something new every day, actually, while doing this. Very much deserved. Thank you, Quill. Thank you. That's very kind. Let's see, we have more questions here. Why did you start VTubing? Yeah. Well, basically I started because I've been thinking of doing like a YouTube channel or starting to stream like for a while, for years actually. But I am a very shy, very anxious person. I am very much of a self-loathing person. It's not a healthy trait to have, but I rarely give myself credit for the things I do. I feel a lot of times that I am not someone that, I don't know, that's interesting to be out here, like being on YouTube. Like I always felt like, why would anyone want to watch me, you know? So I always like not have the guts to actually do it. I tried to like start a booktube channel once before, and I did film some videos, but I was so scared. I was so nervous in front of the camera, and I was like, no, this isn't working. This is not working. So I stopped before I even could put any of those videos up. And then I just like put it down and felt, no, maybe it's not for me. But I always like watched streamers and felt like it would be fun to try. And then I'm quite new in the whole VTuber community. I just like basically learned about VTuber just last year, to be honest. I'm very newbie to the whole VTubing thing. But I started watching or got recommended on my YouTube like some videos from like Niji-sanji. For example, like Ike Eveland was probably the first VTuber I started watching because he's also Swedish, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, and down the rabbit hole I fell, and I was like, how do you do this? How do you become a VTuber? Is that something I could do? Because I feel like if I could do this without showing my actual self on camera, I would feel a lot more comfortable. So yeah, that's basically, I wanted to try it. The question was, why did I start VTubing? This is just the whole, like, how I came to start, but like why I started, I wanted to try it. I was curious, and being a VTuber would make streaming a lot easier for me, because I wouldn't have to deal with the anxiety of being on camera, the anxiety of looking good every single time, because I look flawless anytime, and I can sit in my pajamas and no one will know, and it's amazing. And yeah. And also I wanted to I felt like it's very much connected to my like work situation as well. I felt like I wanted to give myself the chance to work with something else, to work with something that I could feel proud of, and do something to like bring joy to others, and give myself to work with something that would be a passion of mine instead of just the daily grind. So yeah, that's basically it, and I wanted to like try and see if I would enjoy it, and if it is as much fun as it looked, and it is. I'm having a lot of fun. Like, even if I never make it, I will probably still keep doing this for a long time, because I'm having so much fun doing it. Like, I look forward to it every single time, and I get such a like, after every stream I feel just happy afterwards. So yeah, but that's basically why I started. And I see you guys are writing a lot of people. My god, I can speak. I know how to speak. I see you people are writing a lot of things. Congrats and keep the spirit up. Yeah, thank you. And then she suddenly went, I want to be a streamer for Christmas. Yeah, I actually like wished for on my Christmas list, I put up like streaming things, so I got actually a ring light from Duodor, for example, and a lot of other things. So yeah, yeah. Happy after stream. I see I keep failing all the time. Yeah, you are bringing me joy, Day. Don't think anything else. All of you guys here in chat are bringing me so much joy. It is a blast to hang out here with you guys and share my passions with you, and just being myself here. Eldrin, did you think long about what kind of creature you want to be? Not really, actually. I always loved vampires. Like, I'm a huge vampire fanatic. So being a vampire was quite obvious. The hardest part was like trying to come up with some sort of design, because I can't draw at all. So I had to get a commission, and it was a bit hard to like come up with a vibe to go with that the artist could like convey that would feel like me, but also the name was quite tricky to come up with, actually, because I wanted it to be like something memorable, but still like, yeah, something that sticks out but still fits the character. And yeah, so that was kind of hard, but choosing to be a vampire was not very hard. And if you want to know like the story behind my name, it's actually Lolly, because basically I have a Lolita kind of style of dress on me, and also Amaranthin, because it is both a flower, and I do have like a flower theme on me, but also I don't remember the exact meaning of it, but it is like a mythological flower, and it means something along like eternal life, or like eternal beauty and something like that, and I felt like that's fit perfect for the vampire theme. So yeah, that's basically why I chose the name too. No wonder Lily is so loved. Yeah, of course. She's hiding that she wants to be a lolly vampire. Nah. You picked a name that made us flower sister. Yeah. And I do remember that. That was the first thing you said to me, Quill, and it was like also one of the things that made me so happy and like feel welcomed into the whole community when I entered Lily's server there. So yeah, you made me feel very welcome with that. How tall are you? I hope that's not too personal. No, it's not too personal. I am not very tall. I am 157.5 centimeters. So I'm quite a short person. Lolly is usually about a quarter of a screen tall. Yeah. You're not wrong. Let's see here. More questions. Have you ever shoplifted or ran from a bill? Well, I have. Not on purpose though. I was a kid and I was devastated. My mom and I was shopping for groceries and she asked me to hold like a bag of pears for a moment. So I did. I held them. And then we went paying, put all the things up there for the cashier to register, and then we went out, and then on the parking, I just screamed like out loud and was like, "We didn't pay for the pears!" And Mom was like, "Just let's go, we don't go back, let's go." But yeah, that's the only time. I am quite law-abiding otherwise, so it was a mistake. That's not too short, don't worry. Yeah. Yeah, I have met a lot of people actually quite recently that is shorter than me, which is strange because I am the shortest one in the room, so anytime I find someone that is shorter than me I feel strange. But yeah. She's on a stool now to be bigger. Of course I am, of course, what do you expect? The health is very important to you. Yes, it is important. Because I don't, like, I am not 158. Like, that's a lie. I'm not, so... Yeah. Today we found out that Lolly's mom is a professional criminal. Yeah, stealing pears. The crime. I managed to shoplift butter once. Oh, I see. I mean, I feel like it's easily done sometimes. You just hold stuff and you don't really notice that you're holding them until you're like, oh yeah, I never paid for it. Whoops. So, yeah. What is your favorite book and why? Let's see. I feel like this answer changes all the time, but actually I do think it's Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation. Because I am Quill and Day and Duder and Fia, you know I'm obsessed with this story. Like, I'm forcing them to watch the shows right now. But yeah, the book was really, really good. It really was. And it's a book that I really want to reread as well. And I feel like if you feel that you want to reread a book a lot, then it's probably like a favorite, right? So yeah, I would say Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation is probably my favorite book. And as to why, I just love the story and the characters. It's so good. It's because of the bathtubs, isn't it? And no, dude, I do not skip to the smutty parts. I do not. I would read the whole thing if I was to reread it. And I just love the story and the characters, really. Like, it's such a... I am a huge romantic. I love romance in books, and those books are like probably among the most romantic I have read, while also having a great badass adventure story with like ghost hunting and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, it has basically everything I like in a story. So yeah, that's my answer to that question. If your house was burning down, what's the one thing except your cat, phone, or laptop that you would save? Only one thing. That's a tough one. Like, I think it was you, Dodor, who asked this question, right? Is it like one category of things, or is it like actual just one thing and that's it? Because that can change the answer quite a lot. Just one item. Okay. Just one item. My god, that's tough. Because otherwise I would like say my books, but I mean, I have a lot of them. I can't just pick one book. That feels just no. And I couldn't even like pick Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation because those are 5 books in published form. So just one thing. Maybe my PS5 because it's probably like still impossible to get them. So yeah. Duder's proving he has it out for Kitty. I'm trying to imagine that he says that those things has already been saved, not that he wants Tiger to burn in. But yeah, my PS5 probably then. Because that's one item, it is hecka expensive and yeah, also kind of hard to get still, so my PS5. And we have finished our first round of questions, so we are back to the book guessing game. Get your game face on, everyone. And I will open a poll. And for those of you guys who are new to this, who have come in a bit later, what we are doing here, I'm going to read a part from a book. I am starting a poll here to give you 2 options, and you are going to guess which book it is. If you know the answer already, if you like have read the book and know, you are of course allowed to vote, but please don't spoil it to the other people in chat. I want everyone to have a chance to guess. You are allowed to discuss amongst yourself in chat if you want to, but like I said, if you know the answer, please don't give it away to anyone. But yeah, and if I lose, like if you manage to guess it right, then I will have to do 10 squats and also get like a funny thing on the screen. I think the first thing will be the hammer that will bonk me. So yeah. Let's see which ones were I'm going to take this time. It was those. Okay. So that's the first alternative, and then we have there. I think I have spelled everything correctly. Yeah, the mighty bonk hammer, exactly. Alright. So I'm starting the vote now, and I'm going to pick out the book. Of course, it was the one furthest down in my pile here. Which page was I going to read? apparently I have not written that down for myself in my document. That was very stupid. Luckily I have it on my phone, so just give me a sec here. Alright, that page. Got it, got it. Alright. Sharpen your listening, everyone, and good luck. There it was again, that cloying coating of saccharine mockery, so thick that not even I could miss it. I said, "I need your blood." A long silence, and then he laughed. The sound was low and restrained, and yet so thick with unmistakable danger. I wondered how many people had been given that laugh as their final goodbye to this world. "You came here to ask for my blood," he said. "All right, fine." I could see the irony. "Yes," I said. "I won't need too much, just a little." He stared at me incredulously. "It won't hurt," I said. "I promise." "I wouldn't think it would." He straightened, crossing one leg over the other. "I would only need 4 vials of blood each time, maybe a little more if I need extra for additional tests. I would need to come once per month." He said without hesitation, "No." I cursed silently to myself. "Why not?" "Because about 2 centuries ago I decided that I would never again do anything I didn't want to do. And I don't want to. So no, mouse. That is your answer." Whoops, press some buttons. And yeah, that was it. So start guessing, guys. It will be very interesting to see. And yeah, dude, I know you have read one of these books, so no spoilers for everyone else. I still find it very funny that I can only see like the one with the most votes and nothing else. I'm not giving the answer. You will have to guess. We have 8 votes so far. And we have a few more people here, so if you are interested in voting, then I will wait a bit more so that everyone has a chance. This is very exciting, guys. I will give you a few more moments if you want to vote, and then I will close the voting. Either Lolly does squats or Quill, it's a win-win. Yeah, someone will do some squats either way. Alright, we have 9 votes. Will we get 10 votes, or are we done there? I will give you a few more seconds. I will count to 10, alright? And then I will close the voting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There. Is this Eurovision? Yeah. And the correct answer was 6 scorched roses. So yeah. Yeah, I am at 56 subs. It is amazing. It is crazy. Lolly, always count on 1 is scary. Yeah. Let's see. And it was 56% who voted for Filthy Rich Vampire, which means that... wait, how many people were voting for Filthy Rich Vampire? Because I can only see one of those. How many percent voted for the other one? 4 or 5 votes. Okay. You picked minority correctly again. Okay, so yeah, most people voted for Filthy Rich Vampire then. 44 roses, 56 rich. Okay, perfect, thank you. Yeah, so no squatting for me again. Yay! My legs will live. My legs will live to see another day. And as before, I'm going to read the backs of the books for you, so that if you guys are interested to check them out after this stream, you can see a little bit more about what they are about. Are you a filthy rich vampire? I wish. I'm a filthy poor vampire, sadly. Alright, I start with the correct answer. 6 scorched roses. 6 roses, 6 vials of blood, 6 visits to a vampire who could be her salvation or her damnation. Lilith has been dying since the day she was born, but once she long ago came to terms with her own imminent death, the deaths of everyone she loves is an entirely different matter. As her town slowly withers in the clutches of a mysterious god-cursed illness, she takes matters into her own hands. Desperate to find a cure, Lilith strikes a bargain with the only thing with the only thing the gods hates even more than her village, a vampire, Vale. She offers him 6 roses in exchange for 6 vials of vampire blood, the one hope for her town's salvation. But when what begins as a simple transaction gradually becomes something more, Lilith is faced with a terrifying realization. It's dangerous to wander into the clutches of a vampire. And in a place already suffering a god's wrath, more dangerous still to fall in love with one. Guys, I highly recommend this book. This book is amazing. This series is amazing. It's actually a part of the Crowns of Nyaxia series by Carissa Broadbent. So if you guys are interested in that, check it out because it's awesome. The first book is called The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I'm gonna put this book away. And I'm going to read the back of Filthy Rich Vampire for you guys as well. All her books I've read so far are really good. Yeah, they are really good. I really like her books as well. Julien Rothfuss has a problem. He is single, and for the world's wealthiest vampires, the social season is about to begin. Julien would rather stake himself than participate in the marriage market, but as the eldest, most eligible Rothfuss, he is expected to find a wife before the season ends, whether he likes it or not. When Celestia literally stumbles into his life at a gala, he knows she is the last person he could ever fall in love with. She's too innocent, too kind, and way too human. But now that she knows about his world, she's also a walking target. She needs protection. He needs a fake girlfriend to discourage overzealous vampire matchmaking. So, Julian makes Thea an irresistible offer. Pretend to be his lover, and he'll change her life. For 1 year, they'll attend the season's social events together in exchange for his protection and a way out of her mother's crippling medical debt. But with each moment they share, new dangers emerge, a desire as forbidden as her stolen touches, an awakening of a long dead heart, and secrets that could tear them both apart. Actually, I have not read that one. It is on my list though, as most of my books are. I have too many books. I'm very much looking forward to reading it. Alright. So, we have done 2 rounds and no squatting for Lolly yet. Which means I have picked some good options, I feel like. I'm amazed you have memorized all this, showing off doing it with eyes closed. I mean, I have to show up somehow, right? Yeah, it's kind of funny how my model does that when I look down. It's very funny. Alright, more questions. I get them right, but still so Quill, you don't have to do squats, it's fine. Don't kill your legs. Especially since you actually guessed right. Alright, moving on with the questions again. What is your favorite game and why? I have two favorite games actually, because they share like the first spot. And the first one is The House in Fata Morgana, which I also stream here on the channel. And why? Well, it is once again an amazing story. Like, I know that you probably shouldn't call The House in Fata Morgana a game, since it is a pure visual novel with barely any choices at all. Like, it tells a story from point A to point B and that's it. You can't really affect anything, you can only get like a bad end if you choose the wrong answers. Yeah, precisely, it's 99% story, 1% gameplay. But it's still... I just adore that story, like it's so good, and that's why it's my favorite. As for the second favorite game that shares The House in Fata Morgana's top spot, and which actually is more of a game, it is Final Fantasy IX. It is just a wonderful game. Once again, the story is very important. I am a story nerd, I love stories, good stories, and I feel like out of the Final Fantasy games I have played, Final Fantasy IX is the best one story-wise. I just adore it. I think I really like the fairy tale setting of it all, and it's both manages to be so cute and at the same time tackles so many serious themes at the same time, and it's just so good. And also the gameplay is very fun as well. I know some people think that like the battles are a bit slow and such, but I don't really feel that. I feel like Final Fantasy IX for me is peak Final Fantasy, and Final Fantasy is my favorite game series, so yeah, Final Fantasy IX and The House in Fata Morgana are my favorite games, absolutely. That's a good question, Senso. If you were an ingredient in a sandwich, what would you be? I would be a cheese. And I do think that Quill would agree with me on that, right? I am the queen of cheese. I do cheese a lot, so yeah. I would definitely be a slice of cheese. Have you ever played Yakuza games? No, I have not. They are on my list of games that I want to play. I think they look quite interesting and unique. So I definitely want to play them someday. But yeah, I have not played them myself yet. If you had to live in a video game world without changing anything about your current self, which world would it be? Well, if I can't change anything about myself, I would definitely not pick Bloodborne, because I would die immediately. Even though that I really like that setting. I think it's super cool, but yeah, I would die. So realistically speaking, I would probably pick like maybe Persona 4 or 5. Like probably Persona 4. Like living in Inaba. I feel like that would be like the best place, because I would probably be safest there, and I could like live a somewhat normal life, although a very Japanese life, but I mean, that doesn't sound too bad, to be honest. Whereas, like, in other games, I would have to, like... I mean, if I want to be one of the crew, then I guess I would have to fight shadows and all, but I would have a persona, so it would be fine. So yeah, Persona 4, I feel. Yeah. Oh, Fia, you are continuing on that question. If you could not choose the House and Fata Morgana or any Final Fantasy game, what game is your favorite? Bloodborne. I think that game is just awesome. It is a peak Souls game for me, to be honest. So yeah, and I also love the like gothic aesthetic to it, which is why I actually got it in the first place. Like, I was very not knowing of the Dark Souls series at all. Like, I knew that the games were hard and stuff, but I didn't know that Bloodborne was part of it, so I had basically avoided the Dark Souls games because I didn't think I would like a difficult game like that. But I saw some videos on YouTube from Bloodborne and just got hooked immediately, like, what is this game? I need it. So yeah, and I love it just as much after having played it, so yeah. And yeah, they're basically real life Japan, but people hanging from telephone poles every now and then. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, Fia, you should have seen that coming. Oh damn, I love Persona series, but I would prefer to live in Persona 5 more than 4, less people from hanging from telephone poles. Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right about that. But actually, there was only like one person... Or was it two? There was 2 people hanging from telephone poles. The other was people we just kidnapped, and we fixed that, so... I just feel like I would feel more at home in Inaba because it's more cozier small town, which I'm more used to, as I myself live in a small town, rather than like the big city. And also I feel like... Or actually, wait, maybe not. Maybe 5 is better, because I just realized that if I live in Persona 4, I have to do the whole like fight my own shadow thing and fight my own worst sides. No, God no. I do that on a daily basis already. I don't want to do that. So yeah, okay, scratch that. Persona 5 it is. Those dungeons are probably better for me. Then would just punish corrupt people. So yeah. What game would you want to be able to play / share with your friends, not including the games that you're already streaming or other Final Fantasy games? And to add, if the game would be made good to be played with, how many people you want to play with? So like make a multiplayer game of like any game, do you mean? Or not a Final Fantasy game, and not the games I'm already streaming. Well, good question. I mean, Bloodborne would be fun to have, like, I mean, it does have somewhat of a co-op, but it would be fun to have like a better kind of co-op, probably, in that. But maybe or maybe like the Persona games too, like if you like, I think in like Monster Hunter, no, not Monster Hunter, wait, Monster Prom, like where you have to like compete to date the ones you want, like something like that in Persona could be quite fun. I don't know, like any games would be fun to be able to play with other people. So yeah, I hope that was a good answer to your question, Day. New question, what would your Persona 4 shadow be like? Describe your worst qualities. Oh my god, Dudor! My worst qualities. Well, my worst qualities. You're asking the wrong person because I kind of like put myself down a lot. That is one of my worst qualities, probably. Like, I'm not giving myself enough credit for anything. I basically often think that I'm worthless. I'm a perfectionist. I'm not happy with anything I do unless it's absolutely 100% perfect. I am late a lot, which I hate because it's rude to be late, but I'm terrible at at making it in time to stuff that is not like work. I'm lazy also. I feel like that is not a great quality. So yeah, my Persona 4 shadow would be putting me down for basically being too hard on myself and for being a perfectionist and for being too lazy and or actually it would probably not put myself down for being a perfectionist and too hard on myself, because it would probably be like that but worse. So yeah, it would just being very mean to me about being lazy and being late all the time and just say that everyone hates me and blah blah blah. So yeah. Oh yeah, god, I still have to literally rip off my mask. Oh, you're making it so hard. Yeah, but I still feel like Persona 5 is better. I don't want to deal with my own shadow. My own shadow is mean. Would you still love us if we were worms? Of course, Senso, I would still love you if you were a worm. Like, of course, I love you guys. I don't care what's behind the screen. I just want you to be here and hang out with me. In terms of Persona activation, Persona 3 is easier to just get your evoker. In Persona 5 you need to painfully remove your mask glued to your face. Yeah, I know. The reason I didn't pick Persona 3 was because I feel like the Dark Hour is scary. And I feel like I would be so scared of living with that, but yeah, the mask ripping off thing and my pain tolerance. You know what? Fine, I take Persona 4. I will deal with my stupid shadow. I mean, I do that on a daily basis. I fight with myself a lot, so I mean, it would just be that on crack, right? How bad can it be? Yeah, Persona multiplayer dating game. Yeah, that would be fun. Don't you agree? It would be very fun. And I only ever watched 2 episodes of Persona 4 anime. I see. Yeah, I think I only watched a few episodes of that as well. I preferred 5, I see. Then I have not watched that one. I only watched a little bit of 4, but I still think that the games are probably a better way to experience Persona, to be honest. Because I feel like when you make an anime of a game like that, a lot tends to get lost. That's like essential to the game experience, I feel. But I don't know, I can't judge, I haven't seen it. Technically you can play Persona multiplayer in combat, just let your friends choose what other characters. Yeah, that's true, but I feel like that's... I don't know. I never actually used that function. I felt like it was... I don't know. Or you mean I could do like on voice chat or something? Okay, I see. Yeah, I mean, could, but still not quite the same. It would be more fun if other people could be like in-game and stuff. We never joke about you being late. I know. Persona 3 is my favorite. I want to listen to My Chemical Romance with Makoto Yuki. Yeah, Persona 3 is really good. And I am planning on down the line playing Persona 3 Reload on stream someday. Very much looking forward to that. It is a very good game, definitely. I run away from my shadow too. Interestingly, it has the exact same speed as me. Also, for some reason, it's scared of the dark. I see. Well, yeah, shadows do tend to be scared of the dark. Persona MMO when? Yeah, exactly. It would be quite fun. I think that's a great idea, actually. Alright. Let's see, which question was we on here? What's the most... No, wait. What is the inspiration to your VTuber model? I think I already answered like a similar question that Eldrin had about like picking my creature. So, but I mean, we can delve into it a little bit more. Like, yes, I wanted to be a vampire because that one was quite clear. And then as for like my other like features, like I have I have purple hair because, well, purple. What else can I say? Purple. My eyes are green because of my cat Tiger. I wanted to have like pink eyes in the beginning. But then I figured that it was just too much of like pink and purple. It got a little like, yeah, it was a bit too much. So then I felt like, but maybe like green eyes like my cat, because he has very striking, beautiful green eyes. So yeah, I asked the artist that drew my model to change to green eyes, and I feel like that my eyes are more popping now. As for the dress, well, I wanted like something like gothic, and I do like the Lolita fashion in Japan. I think that is very cute, so I wanted like a mix of like gothic, vampire, and cute anime Japanese because VTuber. So, and also purple. So yeah, that's basically the inspiration for my VTuber model. If you play Persona 3 Reload on stream, I won't be watching. I'm too butthurt because I don't have money for this. Aww. That's too bad. But I can understand it. And I can understand also like not wanting to be spoiled if you ever want to play it yourself in the future. So that's perfectly fine. And yes, Quill. Purple. It's amazing. What's the most useless talent you have? Wow, useless talent. That's a tough one. Especially since I myself, like, do I have any talents? Like, I guess it would be like I am quite bendable in a way, like my fingers can bend back quite far back, that I don't think it's common for most people, so that would be quite a useless talent, I feel. So yeah. Persona 3 Reload was actually on sale for about half price a few weeks ago already, and I was super surprised and got it, obviously. Yeah. But I think that was only like Swedish sale, wasn't it? I don't think it was worldwide, so... Dude, those questions are mean. Yeah. But yeah, I would say my most useless talent would probably be like I can bend my fingers back further than than most people probably can. Speaking of bendable, can you put your feet behind your head? No, I don't think I can. Or I actually haven't tried. I could do it when I was younger, but the thing is, I'm older now, and I noticed that because my body is hurting a lot more and stuff, and I feel like if I try, I might get stuck, and I don't want to explain that to the hospital personnel, so let's not. I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. No, I will not try now. Nice try, Dudor, but no. Do you have any VTuber lore? No, I actually do not. Like, I have like a vague idea for lore, but I haven't really like sit down and wrote anything, because I feel like I want to be able to be authentic on stream, and I feel like if I put up a too elaborate lore, that would make it difficult for me, because I would probably break that lore all the time. Like, I mean, I already do break it a lot, like just being a vampire. So, but I feel the things that I feel, I have like some sort of story in my head, but I have not any like official VTuber lore. No, I don't. What's the worst or most embarrassing thing you ever did as a kid? I mean, don't we all do a lot of embarrassing things as kids? But if I'm gonna think of something, I do remember one thing that I still, you know, those things you've done when you were younger, that you like wake up like in the middle of the night just thinking up. I have one of those things, and it is there was a guy when I was in middle school. He was working at, or I think it was like middle school, I'm not sure what to call it in like English, but I was in school, I was like 14, or maybe, no, maybe 13, no, 14 I think I was. And there was a guy, he was like working extra at the cinema, and I just used to joke about like, oh, but please, can you please invite me, or like give me a discount and invite me to the movies, like please, like. And my teacher was really onto it, like, yeah, you should invite her to go to the cinema with you, blah blah blah, like. And then all of a sudden we like went into a discussion, and there was another person there who wasn't like in on the joke. And so I said something, I don't remember exactly what I said, but I said something along the line of like, but wouldn't you be like upset if your boyfriend worked at the cinema and didn't give you a discount? And I was so embarrassed. He was not my boyfriend. I think he was gay, to be honest, and also we weren't dating, we were just friends. I was not interested in him at all like that. Like, it wasn't like that. It just came out, and I was like, oh God, why did I say that? Now he thinks I like him. And yeah, it was it was painful. It was so painful, and I still wake up in the middle of the night from that sometimes. I'm like, why did I say that? So yeah, that's probably like the most embarrassing thing I ever done as a kid. Like, it's just awful. Hello, Jin's waifu. English is the language we're using here, or Swedish, but preferably English, since I want most people to be able to understand. And also, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I hope you will enjoy it here. Bro got gay zoned. I got gay zoned, but like, it wasn't like that. I was not interested in him at all. It was just, yeah, I just blurted it out because I got too into the discussion and I couldn't stop it. How deep of a hole did you want to go hide in? I wanted to die, basically, and I still do whenever I think of it, so... It was just for profitable purposes. Okay, I see. Yeah. Exactly. Alright. What question are we on? Oh, guys, look at the time. We're gonna be here for quite a while. We are not even halfway done. I hope you guys are having fun. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm thinking when we're done with this round of questions, we probably should like take a short, stretchy break. But yeah, you having fun? Yeah, that's good. I have fun too. It's a lot of fun. Let's see here. If not streaming, what would be your dream job? Well, I would want to be an author if I could not be a streamer. And actually, that is like my number one dream job has been ever since I was a kid and basically knew how to hold a pen. I love writing. And I enjoy it a lot, and that would definitely be a dream job, to be able to like write books for a living. So yeah, definitely an author. Do both? Yes, that would be the ultimate dream, actually. That would be absolutely perfect. And yes, it seems like we will have an endurance dream. Absolutely, it will. Do you have some pointers as to how to write while burnt out / not feeling like it? That one is quite tough. The only thing I can actually like say about that, like, if you really want to, just basically do it, because it depends on why you write. Like, if you write because you like it and have fun with it, then yeah, as Quill says, don't. Just reset and maybe do something else. So I'm going to give this answer in 2 parts, basically. So if you want to be like a professional writer, then basically what you have to do is just endure it and just push on, and maybe like set off a special time of day that you sit and write, and just do it. Treat it like a job. Just sit down, write your words. If it comes out like shit, then just ignore it and move on and go back and edit it later. But basically just write. And that actually helps me a lot. Like, if I ever lose my writing habit for whatever reason, and it happens a lot to me, then it's so much harder to get back into it. Like, if I just try to like keep the writing muscle going, then it's a lot easier to keep doing it, because it gets easier every time. If you do it just as a hobby, then I would say take a break, do something else, maybe go out in nature, do something you like reset, walk in nature, listen to music, whatever gets like your inspiration coming. For me, like, I often get inspiration when I'm like driving my car, or while I'm in the shower, or while I'm out on a walk. Like, those 3 are like really good for my inspiration. But just like give yourself time to breathe and collect inspiration and such instead, until you feel like you're back into it. So yeah, I hope that answered your question. If you published a book with your face on the back cover, what kind of picture would it be? Oh god, probably like the standard author portrait, like smiling and very like proper. I feel kind of boring, so yeah. Nothing special. It would be kind of fun if I were able to actually become successful as a VTuber and also like publish a book. Then maybe I could have like my VTuber model on the back, just to be like a bit different, like a VTuber author. That would be quite fun, I feel. I'm resetting for nearly a month now. I can't get to write. I kind of want to, but I'm afraid my book will get worse because of that. That I can understand that feeling. I feel like you should try to, I mean, it's so hard because everyone is different and everyone's process to writing is different, but I feel like try to not think of it like that. Try to just write and don't care if it comes out bad, because the thing is, a first draft is always going to be bad. Like, that's why you go back and edit and edit and edit until it's good. That's why it takes so long to write a book. Like, anyone can write a first draft, but to like write something actually good, that's a lot harder. So I feel just write for the fun of it and like train your muscle, or maybe write something else in the meantime, just to like keep the writing muscle going, but not maybe work on that setting. But yeah, I know the struggle. I really do. I have said so multiple times on my writing streams. Like, I can give out like tips and such, but I'm in no way a writing guru. Like, I don't have all the answers. I'm in on the struggle just like everyone else. So yeah. cabin in the woods trope. Yeah, that's if you have that ability, sure, but yeah, it's easier said than done. Thing is, I know what I want to write, I know how story will go, I have it all in my head, but just writing is so difficult. I understand that. It is basically the same for me. I know, like, I can know the scene word for word and I still struggle to get it out on paper, so yeah, I understand the struggle, but those tips that I have given is basically the best I can do. Like, either just ignore the feelings of being bad and just push through it, or do something else to like gather inspiration. But yeah, that's like the only way I can do. Like, maybe like set a small goal. Like, today I write 100 words, and you write those 100 words, and if you feel like going, then great, and if you don't, then well, at least you've written something. So yeah. VTuber authors rise. Yeah, I had the same idea. If I ever publish my book, there will be my VTuber model on the back and link to Twitch. Yeah, I think that's a really cool idea, because I feel like it's not a lot of people that have done that, so it would be kind of unique, both in like the VTubing sphere, but also the author sphere. So yeah, that would be awesome, really. What are the most over and underrated games, books, or other media that you have consumed in the last few years? So most over and underrated. Oh, tricky. Overrated, I need to think of. Underrated, I would say The House in Fata Morgana is severely underrated. Like, it has gotten more attention lately, I feel like, recent years, but it has been like a hidden gem for a very long time. I feel like it does not get the recognition that it deserves, because it's a truly amazing story, and I feel like a lot of people don't even know it exists. So definitely The House in Fata Morgana is the most underrated. Overrated though, overrated. Trying to think. What have I like done game and book wise this last year's? I can't really think of anything. That's so hard. That's really hard. I don't really know, actually. Like, I don't think I have disliked anything that has been very hyped, you know? Because I have probably like been in on the hype. So, oh yeah, Monster Hunter. Thank you, Duder. Yes, Monster Hunter is definitely overrated. I did not really like that. That's true, and everyone seems to love that. So yeah, true. Monster Hunter. Good. Thank you, Dudor. Let's see. It would be a very good idea even for readers, like you want to know something more about author, I'm streaming. Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of readers would love to hang out on stream with their favorite authors, definitely. Sad thing about the House of Fata Morgana is the social mood currently would be bashing at it for its darker side. Yeah, I could see that, definitely. But that's why it's underrated, so, you know. Overrated most AAA games, yeah, true, I guess. I haven't really played a lot of those recently, and those I have played I have really liked, but yeah, Monster Hunter definitely is overrated in my eyes. What got you into gaming? Well, I feel like I always gamed ever since I was like a kid. We had, when I was growing up, a PS1 that my dad used to play on, and I have such very fond memories of... Oh, you need to go, Eldrin? Yeah, of course. Have a nice day. But yeah, I have really fond memories of me and my mom watching my dad play like Tomb Raider on PS1. That was just really, really great. And also Pokemon on Game Boy as well. Then I played a lot of Spyro and a lot of like Disney games, and then I just kept playing like kids games for a very long time until I got a boyfriend basically that got me into JRPGs with Final Fantasy. But yeah, I have played games ever since I was a kid, just different types of games. I have basically been growing up with it, so yeah. And before we take the break here, we're gonna have a funny question here. Would you rather never wear shoes or always wear a fake mustache? I think I would have to go with the mustache, because never wearing shoes would be very uncomfortable when walking outside. Because you either like walk around in your socks and they would get very dirty, or like go barefoot and yeah, I mean, they would get so dirty and it would hurt like rocks and glass, and yeah, no, I would have to pick the mustache. I would hate every second of it, but the mustache seems more reasonable. Alright guys, I am starting to feel very tired. I need a stretch and also refill my glass of water and maybe a bathroom break. So let's take a short break, shall we? And then we will continue with the next round of the book game, alright? So say that we will be back here in about 5 minutes-ish. Alright? Yeah. See you guys soon. Don't go anywhere too far. Alright, that was probably shorter than 5 minutes, but I hope that everyone's here. Let's see. Counterpoint, never choose, but have your vampire manor in the woods like Fata Morgana. You like watching me sleep, oh my god. I still probably would pick the shoes, honestly. If I'm gonna be quite honest, living in the woods probably would not be for me. I hate bugs. I like being like, right now I live like in the center of my city that I'm living in, and I enjoy it quite a lot. It's so convenient. Even though like living out in the woods sounds very nice and romantic in theory, in practicality I would probably not enjoy it too much, to be honest. I'm too much of a city person, I feel. Going barefoot is a thing these days, or maybe it's just an algorithm trick. Oh god, dude, or oh my goodness, my goodness. Alright, but now I think it's been 5 minutes, so hopefully everyone is back now that wants to participate. So let's move on to the next guessing game. So let's see here. Start a vote. Oh, I never closed that one. There. I thought I had closed it, but apparently I only did that in like my OBS chat window. So, we're starting a new one. So these are the alternatives. There. And which page was it? It was, no, wait, I know what page it was. Alright. Both options are very big, chunky books, by the way. These are officially what you would call shonkers. Hang on a sec, just gotta find the right page here. Alright, sharpen your ears, everyone. It was night again. The Waystone Inn lay in silence, and it was a silence of 3 parts. The most obvious part was a hollow, echoing quiet, made by things that were lacking. If there had been a wind, it would have sighed through the trees, set the inn sign creaking on its hook, and brushed the silence down the road like trailing autumn leaves. If there had been a crowd, even a handful of men inside the inn, it would have filled the silence with conversation and laughter, the clatter and clamor one expects from a drinking house during the dark hours of night. If there had been music, but no, of course there was no music. In fact, there were none of these things, and so the silence remained. Inside the Waystone, a pair of men huddled at one corner of the bar. They drank with quiet determination, avoiding a serious discussions of troubling news. In doing this, they added a small, sullen silence to the larger, hollow one. It made an alloy of sorts, a counterpoint. The third silence was not an easy thing to notice. If you listened for an hour, you might begin to feel it in the wooden floor underfoot, and in the rough, splintering barrels behind the bar. It was in the weight of the black stone hearth that held the heat of a long-dead fire. It was in the slow back and forth of white linen cloth rubbing along the grain of the bar. And it was in the hands of the man who stood there, polishing a stretch of mahogany that already gleamed in the lamplight. The man had true red hair, red as flame. His eyes were dark and distant, and he moved with a subtle certainty that comes from knowing many things. The waistone was his, just as the third silence was his. This was appropriate, as it was the greatest silence of the three, wrapping the others inside itself. It was deep and wide as autumn's ending. It was heavy as a great river's smooth stone. It was the patient, cut-flower sound of a man who is waiting to die. Alright. And I can see the voting is already going. You got no clue, 100% guessing. Yeah, me with all of this. Yeah, guessing is fine, guessing is fine. That's part of the fun, actually, like guessing what title could possibly fit with what I'm reading for you guys, so yeah. You keep going for the minority by accident, yeah. We'll see if it's the same result this time, or if something changes this time. I wonder if I managed to get the wrong one on all of these. Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. I think it's very interesting to see what you guys are voting for. Let's give it a little more time. We have 6 votes so far. And we are 8 people here, so we might get 2 more if someone feels inclined to. So I'm giving you guys a little more time if you want to participate. And of course, if you don't want to, that's also fine, but I want to give you the chance at least. But yeah, it's very interesting to see what you guys are voting for, definitely. I feel like I have picked good titles to read from, and also good titles to have as the other option. I'm happy with my picks. Alright, let's count down, shall we? 10 more seconds and then I'm closing the votes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm closing it. And I need to close it here on YouTube as well, and not only in OBS, because apparently that's a thing. Lift off, yeah. Alright. And well, I'm gonna hold the answer a little bit more because I see you guys have written something. My god, I can't speak anymore. First one I knew because Lolly showed me some, and I could guess because BL tones. Otherwise, it's all guessed by how the writing style pairs the title. Yeah, that's sort of the idea of it all, basically. Like what writing style fits with the title. And no squats for me, guys. It was the name of the wind. You guys are struggling with this. I hope your legs are okay, Quill. Although I still feel like you guessed right every single time, so you shouldn't have to do the squats, but... and you 2 for 3 so far, yeah? Yeah? That's great. I'll make a quiz for Lolly about coding, oh god. Quill, you don't have to though, you don't have to. It's only you who punish yourself, you know. You were guessing correctly. It's the ones that guessed wrong that should squat. No, I do not know how to code the Denso. I can't speak. Senso is what I'm trying to say. My god. I should probably go now. Yes, Quill, you are a good maid. Absolutely. But yeah. No, I do definitely not know how to code. I think they said it more like a sort of revenge thing, since he is not a bookish guy. So yeah. But yeah, the right answer was The Name of the Wind, as I said. And well, time to read some from the synopsis. Actually, my copy of this book does not have a synopsis on the back, so I have a tab open so I can read it for you guys anyway. I expect Quill to complain about butt cramps now. Well, it is quite a lot of squats, so I mean... Alright, this is the synopsis for The Name of the Wind. I have stolen princesses back from sleeping barrow kings. I burned down the town of Trebon. I have spent the night with Felurian and left with both my sanity and my life. I was expelled from the university at a younger age than most people are allowed in. I tread paths by moonlight that others fear to speak of during day. I have talked to gods, loved women, and written songs that make the minstrels weep. My name is Quoth. You may have heard of me. And that is probably like the first adult fantasy book that I ever read, and I love it, and I'm so upset that Patrick Rothfuss still hasn't finished the freaking series. So yeah, I want the third book, just like everyone else does. Front of thigh is the problem. Be glad I'm doing your student. Oh god, poor Quill. Alright, I'm going to put away this book, and I'm also going to read from the back of the Priory of the Orange Tree. Alright. The House of Berthnet has ruled Innis for 1,000 years. Still unwed, Queen Sabran the Ninth must conceive a daughter to protect her realm from destruction. But assassins are getting closer to her door. Ea Durian is an outsider at court. Though she has risen to the position of lady-in-waiting, she is loyal to a hidden society of mages. Ead keeps a watchful eye on Sabran, secretly protecting her with forbidden magic. Across the dark sea, Tane has trained all her life to be a dragon rider, but is forced to make a choice that could see her life unravel. Meanwhile, the divided East and West refuse to parley, and forces of chaos are rising from their sleep. And we're putting that in the discarded pile, which is getting quite big and might wobble, so I might have to make a second pile soon. There. I have done my third set of 20, don't you worry. Oh god, Quill. I'm so sorry for you. And yes, she is a good maid, definitely the best maid. And also, we were speaking of my lore earlier. Well, if I ever make one, I will include Quill as my maid. She is the best maid a vampire could ever ask for. Gonna have some more water here. I feel like my throat is going to be dead after this stream. So much talking. But I'm enjoying it a lot. Alright, so we have more questions to answer. So, what got you into reading? Well, I was not a reader for a very long time actually. Like when I was a kid, I didn't read that much. I basically only read like the same horse books over and over and over. I love those, so I read those a lot. But I didn't really read much of anything else aside from like comics and stuff like Donald Duck and such. It was just when I got gifted from my parents Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire that I got into reading for real. Like, I had watched the movies, I had not read any of the other books, so that was my first Harry Potter book, and I was obsessed. And that just basically is what started my love for reading, and I just wanted more and more fantasy books and more magical stories, because before that I'd only basically read like horse books and, well, boring school books, so I thought that reading was not fun, and then I learned that it could be very fun. So yeah, Harry Potter is what started my reading obsession. Yeah. Quill also has a weird jar with red eyes. Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Horse books, like how to explain those for someone who has not read them, but it's basically like books with stories about like riding horses and taking care of horses and stuff like that. Horse life, basically, if you're a horse kind of person, which I was when growing up. I loved horses. I went to like riding school and stuff like that. So yeah. And yes, the books have so much more detail. I remember reading, since The Goblet of Fire is book 4, I remember being so confused by some things that were mentioned, because those things were not in the movie, so I was like, wait, was this a thing? So of course I went back and read the other books as well after that, but yeah. I got into reading because of Dune. Oh, yeah. I have not read that one, actually. And I am a bit scared to read it because I've heard that it might be a bit difficult, maybe. But it seems interesting because I've seen like shots from the movies, and the movies looks amazing. So that has gotten me quite curious about like the book. Didn't it get a Netflix adaptation? Which one are we talking about? Harry Potter or about Dune? Because Dune did get a movie. Yeah. As for Harry Potter, well, there's the movies, but it's gonna get like a series, I think. Oh, 3 body problem. Okay, I see. Sorry, I missed that first part. Like, I have mentioned multiple times, reading is a struggle sometimes. Like, sometimes I really wonder if I have like dyslexia or something, but it's only like in these kind of settings. I've never had trouble reading like books or stuff. It's just like when I'm reading on screen that I tend to like skip stuff. So I don't know. And yeah, Lolly is a horse girl confirmed. Yes, I am, or I was at least. Would find at the horse cult in Monster Prom Road Trip. Yeah, probably. I mean, I have not played Road Trip. I only played like one round of the first Monster Prom game. But yeah, could be so. I do like horses. Horses are amazing. They are very beautiful and lovely creatures. Yeah, Dumbledore asked calmly in the movie, Harry, did you put your name in the goblet of fire? That meme never gets tired. Yeah, that's amazing. She can't read at all. She pretends very well. Yeah. You might wonder sometimes. You really might wonder sometimes. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, is that happening? I don't know, actually. Could be interesting, but at the same time, I liked some parts of the Cursed Child, but I hated a lot of other parts of it, so I'm not sure if that's something that I would want, honestly. Like, I don't know. It was a bit iffy. I didn't really yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. Horses are ugly and smelly. Dudor, no! They are beautiful. You don't just understand them. They are lovely. They are beautiful. And yes, they do smell, but it's not a bad smell. They are just beautiful. Lolly, that was a lovely beer book. Lolly, that was the dictionary. No, I can read. I promise. It's just that when I look at the screen and a lot of things are moving, and well, the screen is not the best way to read text. So yeah, it gets difficult. But then I get nervous when streaming, so I try to read fast, and reading fast is not my forte. So. I used to ride a white horse when I used to do horse riding as a hobby. Horses are indeed beautiful. Yeah, they really are. I love horses so much. Also, a couple of years back, I went and rode Icelandic horses. Those are so cute and so much fun to ride. Like they are completely different from any other horses to ride, honestly. Definitely can recommend that if you ever get a chance to. Lolly, when you get your man to teach me how to help with the horses you'll inevitably have. Yeah. You would have to do all of the taking care of. Taking care of horses is a lot of work. My mom actually used to have a horse, so I got to help a bit with taking care of that one, and yeah, it's a lot of work. I don't think I could do that right now as an adult. As a kid it was fine, but now, yeah. So I don't know if I would actually want to have horses, to be honest. I could rent horses and just ride them from time to time, but having them and taking care of them, I don't know. I stopped believing in the world when I came to know the truth about unicorns. You mean that they are lovely creatures that live in the woods? That is why they have/had stable was. Yeah, true, I guess. Yeah, if I didn't have to take care of them myself and could just go and ride them when I wanted to, sure. That would be nice. They're canonically very evil? Really? Huh. The more you know. Alright, moving on with the list of questions here. Would you rather have superhero memeable X-ray vision or supernatural hearing if it had to be permanently turned on? Oh. I think I would go with the X-ray vision. Because I feel like it could be quite useful, maybe. But also, I don't know, it would be troublesome. But then again, supernatural hearing, if it has to be permanently turned on, I would never get to have a peace of quiet. I can avoid people, but I can't avoid the people around me, my neighbors and stuff. Imagine having to hear them, but really loudly all the time. I would go insane. So yeah, probably the X-ray vision. Imagine waking up by an awful smell and it's your maid serving breakfast on the bed after taking care of your horses. It's not an awful smell though, Dudor. I like the horse smell. They smell nice. So you can never not see people naked through walls or always had to hear your neighbors fart. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I still feel like that would be the more less horrible option, because having to hear a lot of stuff all the time, because I'm a bit sensitive to sounds, so yeah, still X-ray vision. I don't want the X-ray vision, but yeah, I still think I would choose that. I like the horse smell. Yeah, I do! They smell really nice. They are super cozy. Yeah, exactly. X-ray vision would mean you would see naked skeletons, not naked bodies. Exactly. So it's no problem. Do you feel... Oh my god, my voice is starting to give out. It's not good. I have more to read. Do you feel that it's socially accepted around your family and friends that you stream? Yeah, I do. Like, most of my family don't know, to be honest. Like, my mom knows, and she is very supportive. So supportive. So yeah, definitely. Like she is sometimes even more excited about this than I am. Like checking my if I've gotten any new subscribers and stuff, and like she wants to be the first one to tell me before I see it and stuff like that. And like when a video doesn't do as well with like views, she's like, oh, but this didn't do so well. Why is that? YouTube is stupid. Like she's very supportive and sweet. Rest of my family, they don't really know, but I don't think they would mind. They would probably think I'm a bit weird, but I mean, they probably think I'm weird anyway, so it doesn't really matter. As for my friends, well, you guys are my friends. As for like non-gamer friends, I think, I mean, they are supportive too. Like they don't fully like understand it, but they don't like judge me for it, so yeah. It's superhero X-ray, not real X-ray. Okay, I get it, but like still it's the better of the two options, to be honest. Also would make sure anyone you see for a longer time would be unable to have children. Oh god. X-ray is a very specific thing, see-through clothes is another. Yeah, well, yeah. And even if it was either way, whichever it is of those two, like still I would pick that over supernatural hearing that had to be turned on all the time. Reminds me of how a show teen adults super experimented on people. One had sound-based powers, hearing and banshee-esque. She was a musician until they became active. Oh, I can imagine that being rough. Okay, Lolly, gotta go. Thanks for the stream and congrats on the 50. So yeah, thank you, Senso, for being here. It was a lot of fun. Thank you. Do have a nice day. You would get used to seeing nude people pretty fast. Yeah, probably. Hello, Shizen. Welcome to the stream. I hope you will enjoy your stay here. Bye, Senso. Have a nice day. Alright, let's see. Which question are we on? That one. Would you rather be a beaver-sized donkey or a donkey-sized beaver? I think... I mean, both beavers and donkeys are really cute, so... it would be a win-win either way. But I feel like it probably would be... Actually, I think donkey-sized beaver, because beavers have more like fingers, right? So I would still like probably be able to grab things and be able to do things that I like. As a donkey, I would have hooves, and that would be very like paralyzing in a way. I wouldn't be able to game or stuff like that. So I think I could work more with being a donkey-sized beaver. Also, more beaver. Beavers are adorable, so I would be really cuddly. Congrats on the 50 subs. Thank you. Describe your dream castle. That's a tough one. Like, I can't really, for looks and such, I don't really know, but like, I want a pool on the outside, definitely, and a bubble pool. I would want to have a game room, of course, and like maybe a movie theater room, maybe like a music party room if I ever feel inclined, which I don't. I definitely want a huge library. Yes, please, multiple libraries, please. And servants that are there when I want them to be, but also like don't be in my way when I feeling introverted, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think that would be good. And I also want elevators, because I feel like having to walk up really many stairs would be tiring, so elevators. And of course a lots of like shelves and stuff for my cat to jump on, and so that he can be comfortable as well. Not sure 200 kilo beaver would be cute. Of course it would be cute! It's a beaver! Dudor, I'm starting to question your opinion on cute things. Beavers are adorable. Will 100% cuddle beaver lolly. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I would cuddle beaver lolly too, honestly. Reminds me of seeing videos of bears giving cuddles. Yeah, they are also cute. All animals can be cute, really. Except for wasps and ticks. Ugh. But those are insects, so they don't really count. But like, all mammals is cute. Do you think mermaids get pregnant or lay eggs? That is a curse question. I would say that they get pregnant, probably, because they are humanoid. So, yeah. I think they get pregnant. What is your go-to food when you're too tired to cook? Poor insects. Well, insects are... well, my go-to food when I'm too tired to cook, which is a lot, it is oatmeal. It is so simple, it goes by so fast, it is not too unhealthy. It is, and you can have a lot of different things to it. Like you can have sugar, you can have cinnamon, you can have like lingonberry jam, or like apple jam. Yeah, oatmeal is great, to be honest. Mammals like platypus, goofiest of mammals. Yeah, platypuses are also adorable. I'm starting to believe that you and Fia are the same people. Yeah, I've told you, we are the same person. We just are like two different versions of the same person, basically. Would mermaid meat be fish-like or mammal-like or a mix? Oh god! And good that you are specifying that you do not condone butchering mermaids, Quill. That's good. I mean, I guess it depends which part you use. I mean, if you use the upper side, it would probably be more like a human. And if you use like the fin part, it would probably be more like a fish. I would guess, since they are a mix of both. But I don't know, I have never had mermaid meat, so who knows? And I hope I never will have to, my god. Oh my god, this question. What color crayon tastes the best? Purple, of course. Anything purple is the best. You know what mermaids are like in Japanese lore? No, do enlighten us, Day. I do not know that. And in the meanwhile, I will answer what my favorite food is. My favorite food is they hunt and eat people. Well, I could imagine that, I guess. But yeah, I mean, seems accurate. I mean, sirens, so yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that sounds like most mermaids, exactly. I'm not surprised, so. But yeah, what is my favorite food? My favorite food is... I would say it is pasta. It's not quite pasta carbonara, it's more... I think it's more like a Swedish version of it. So I would say it's like pasta with ham and cheese sauce. Especially the one that my mom makes. That is to die for. I could eat just so much. I could overeat, basically. I could live on it for weeks and not get tired of it. And basically, like all kind of pasta kind of food is just, I love it. I'm a pasta person. Tends to be Japanese mythology. This is a thing, it kills humans, just method, etc. changes. Yeah, true. I mean, a lot of mythology goes really springs from things that kills you, to be honest. I mean, if you look in like Nordic mythology as well, a lot of things can kill you. So yeah. Sirens are interesting. Originally they were more like coastal Icelandic harpies, for lack of better comparison. Yeah. I can see that. I'm not very knowledgeable about those kind of things, but I do find them quite interesting. I really like mythology and stuff. It's quite cool. Alright, last question for this round, and then we go on to another round for the game and see if you can get me to squat this time. Would you prefer if everyone assumed you were a man or an actual real-life vampire? I'm not sure if I should be offended by this question. What do you mean I'm not a real-life vampire? I'm a vampire, and I would be happy if everyone assumes I am one. I do not want anyone to think I'm a man. Like, I do tend to joke about that sometimes, that I am a man, but that's more like an internal joke among friends kind of thing. But if people assumed I was a man in real life, like, I would be offended. I would definitely be offended. If people believed me to be a vampire, awesome, definitely awesome. As long as they don't put me like in a lab or something. That would be bothersome, but yeah. Would being a vampire not mean the government will come for you? I guess, but like, I still would pick that. I mean, we could sort out the misunderstanding probably then, right? So, remembers the story about Siren singing about pasta because Target is asexual. What? I have never heard that one. Oh my god, is that a thing? So when are we going to the Feywild together? I don't know. I mean, first I think you need to come here so that we can like meet up, so we can like find it together, you know? How would you get your food? I don't know. I don't really know the details, Stewart. This is just me thinking on the spot, but yeah. I still choose vampire every day. Or do you mean if you go to the Feywild? Because yeah, Quill is willing. And we would probably like figure something out along the way. So not a problem. If there is thinking, there is solutions. It is a joke that came from an asexual person saying they would be immune to sirens. Then they replied they don't have to sing about sexual stuff, and does pasta singing sirens. Well, I guess I am in trouble then. Not quite asexual, but I still think I am like on the asexual side of the scale, at least, because I do feel like a lot of people are a lot more sexual than I feel comfortable with being. So yeah, I'm not as interested in that kind of stuff like a lot of people seem to be. So yeah, more fun facts about me that no one asked for. You're welcome. Alright, but we have answered 30 questions. We have 2 more rounds of questions, and we have 2 more rounds of bookie game. So yeah. I will also happily sample Faye food and drink to find out what's safe for Lolly. That's very kind, Quill, but don't get yourself hurt on the way, you know. I will be quite helpless without my maid. So do be careful. Alright, let's see here. I'm going to start the poll. And as I have said, my throat is going to be so dead after this. I start to feel it already. I have to boil some tea with honey after this, I feel. There. Have I spelled everything correctly? I have. So, we have started the poll, and I'm going to pick up the book. That's not the right page. Here it is. Alright, sharpen your ears, everyone. I consider myself to be a man of principle, but what man does not? Even the cutthroat, I have noticed, consider his actions moral after a fashion. Perhaps another person, reading on my life, would name me a religious tyrant. He could call me arrogant. What is to make that man's opinion any less valid than my own? I guess it all comes down to one fact. In the end, I'm the one with the armies. Start voting, guys! And in the meanwhile, I will have some water and hope my voice don't die. This is so exciting every time. If we learn from Cruel Prince, you just need to feed me some blood if I get to enchanted. Yeah, well, true, Quill, true. True plot for getting turned. Yeah. We have 3 votes so far. 67% for the final empire. Can I ask a question? Is Nevernight one of the 5 from the Untamed? Yeah, there is a place there called Nevernight. It's the place where the Wen clan is living. However, this book has nothing to do with the Untamed at all. But yeah, there is a place called that in the Untamed. That is true. You remember correctly. 4 votes. Oh, it's 50%. It's a tie so far. So who will tip the scale? Very, very exciting. How many people are we here? We are 7 people. So there are 2 more that could vote. If you want to be correct, vote for the thing I did. What happens if it's a draw? Well, I don't know, but I guess I will have to think on that. Let's see if someone else wants to vote first, and then I will see. Ask because if it was one of the, if I'd be able to answer easy. Yeah, okay, I see, I get it. I'm going to also hide a heart on the YouTube chat there so I can see. I'll still do 20 if oh god, Quill. Alright, it seems like no one else wants to vote, so I'm going to close the voting. And the correct answer was the Final Empire. And I feel like since it's a 50-50, let's say that I at least do the squats, but not the bonking thing. All right, that's probably the most fair. I feel like I get 50% of the punishment and the worst part of the punishment. So yeah, time for me to do some squatties. Just gonna move my chair out, and I rolled over my foot. My god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go. I imagine Lolly just sitting in the chair moving her head. No! I have done squats. I did good. I have no more proof for it than the pain I will feel tomorrow. And also, as always, I'm going to read from the back of the two options. So, I'm just gonna see so there's actually a synopsis on the back and not just reviews. Yeah, alright. And this is for the Final Empire, by the way. For 1,000 years the ash fell. For 1,000 years the Ska slaved in misery and lived in fear. For 1,000 years the Lord Ruler reigned with absolute power and ultimate terror, divinely invincible. Every attempted revolt has failed miserably. Yet somehow hope survives. A new kind of uprising is being planned, one that depends on the cunning of a brilliant criminal mastermind and the courage of an unlikely heroine, a Ska street urchin who must learn to master allomancy, the power of a mistborn. What if the prophesized hero had failed to defeat the Dark Lord? The answer will be found in the Mistborn trilogy, a saga of surprises that begins here. So yeah, that's the Final Empire, the correct choice there. If you feel pain from 10 squats, you should do more squats. No. My 20 done starting the struggle and my butt is now hurting. Aww, Quill. It's not my fault that you guys are doing this. You should be better at guessing. Oh my god. Putting that on my discarded pile. And I'm going to read from the back of Nevernight. Mia Kovir is only 10 years old when she is given her first lesson in death. Destined to destroy empires, the child raised in shadows made a promise on the day she lost everything, to avenge herself on those that shattered her world. But the chance to strike against such powerful enemies will be fleeting, and Mia must become a weapon without equal. Before she seeks vengeance, she must seek training among the infamous assassins of the Red Church of Etreia. Inside the church's halls, Mia must prove herself against the deadliest of opponents and survive the tutelage of murderers, liars, and demons at the heart of a murder cult. The church is no ordinary school, but Mia is no ordinary student. So yeah, lots of exciting books, and I'm getting more and more excited to read because a lot of these I have not read. So yeah, I hope you guys are getting like some tips as well. That would be ideal, really. my god, my throat is dying. Oh my god, we have been at it for like 4 hours. Oh my goodness. And we're not close to being done yet. This is taking a while. But I'm having fun though. I hope you guys do as well. So let's continue with the question, shall we? I'm only doing 40 or 50 for tomorrow. Well, you don't have to. Don't die, please. What is your favorite drink? I mean, I'm a vampire, so blood. But if we're gonna like more on a serious note, I don't know. Like, I do have. Oh no, I actually do know. I do know. There is a beer. I hate beer, by the way, but there is a beer here in Sweden that is lemon and lime tasting, and that is amazing. I could drink so many of those. Like, I love them. They are amazing. So yeah, that lemon and lime beer, I would say, is my favorite drink. What is your dream car? I actually have my dream car. I'm simple. I have a cute Kia Picanto car, like a small white little baby car, and it is absolutely perfect. I don't want anything more fancy than that, to be honest. And I feel like if that car ever breaks down, I'm probably just gonna buy another one exactly the same, because I love it so much. When have you been the most nervous in your life? That's a tough one. I am a very anxious person. I am nervous a lot. I'm nervous about basically everything. So that's tough. I think it might be like a tie between going to, like, traveling on my own up north in Sweden to basically live for a week up in the northern part of Sweden for school reasons. Because when I started to my current work, I did so from home most of the time, but we had some obligatory meetings at the school, and the school was up north. And I remember the first time we were going to be like there for a few days. I don't think it was like a whole week, but it was a few days at least. So I had to like live in a hotel. I need to go to the school and like meet new people and all that, all kinds of stuff that I'm anxious about. And going on a train, which I never do, by the way. I barely know how going on a train works. I'm more used to buses and stuff, but like trains, yeah. And I was so terrified. I remember telling my mom, like, Mom, I think I'm going to die, when she was driving me to the train station. So yeah, I was terribly nervous about that. And also starting streaming, to be honest. If you guys could have seen me, like, before I pressed live on my first stream, my first The House in Fata Morgana stream, that was my first stream ever. I was a mess, guys, and that's also why that stream is a lot shorter than my streams are nowadays, because I was so nervous, so scared. Yeah. Thank you, Quill, for the pass. Thank you. What is something that you had no expectations on, but that surprised you in a good way? I mean, in a way, streaming, I guess. Because I didn't really have an expectation. I didn't know what to expect. I mean, I was nervous and scared, that's for sure. But I didn't really have an expectations on what I would feel like doing. I thought it would be kind of fun. but I wasn't sure, you know. And I have been again and again pleasantly surprised by this. By, like, even now, just doing this, sitting here and talking to you guys, answering all these questions and like reading from books and just goofing around with you, it's amazing, really. I love it, and yeah, so definitely a big surprise there, I would say. So yeah, I think that is my answer to that question. Streaming. Anything on your bucket list this year? Yeah, I have tried to not weigh myself down too much with too many things. Like I do have some things. Like one thing, because when I started streaming, when I decided to actually pay all that money for this VTuber model, I decided that I would do this for a year and see what happens to me, to my channel, like what will happen. So that is on my bucket list. Like I will stream for this whole year and see how I grow and what happens. That is one thing. You summon a weirdo energy art, though. Yeah, true. That is also on my bucket list. If everything goes well, I'm going to have a lovely meetup with Quill and Day in real life, and I'm very much looking forward to that. So that's on the bucket list. It's a great entry in my bucket list. Definitely, I'm very much looking forward to it. And also, I have. Yeah, I know you have tickets already, Day. I know that. So you are definitely guaranteed to meet up with me, and that's great. But also on my bucket list, and I don't know if I will be able to make it, I for some reason thought it was a good idea to put 63 books on my Goodreads to read list this year. I don't know what I was thinking. I have never read even close to 60 books during a year. Like, I'm lucky if I read 12 books a year. So I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I was planning to read manga, but not only. And so far I have read three books, and that like when you go into Goodreads and see how your reading challenge is going, you can see like how much you have to read to make it, and it says, yeah, good, keep going. You only have to read 2 books every week in order to make it. Like, I don't read even 1 book a week, so yeah, it's very ambitious, very. I know. I don't know if I'm going to make it, to be honest. I'm going to try, but yeah, I'm starting to feel like might have bit off more than I can chew, to be honest. No, I did not mean 6 books, but fat-fingered. I meant 63 books. I had planned which books I wanted to read. So, yeah, I was feeling ambitious during the start of this year. Anything that's been on your bucket list for very long, but that you never have gotten to? That's one's tricky. I mean, probably like finishing a book series, like writing a finished book series. I have finished 1 book in my fantasy trilogy that I'm not even writing on anymore because I moved on to my vampire story. But I would want to finish an actual like book series to feel like I have completed the story. That is on my bucket list, and it has been for a very long time because I'm very slow with writing, and then I just get bored with the story and move on to something else. And yeah, I'm not very structured, to be honest. I can see math is not a strong point. No, it is not. It is not. I was planning on walking to town after this, but I might be regretting that idea. Aw, Quill. Aw. But yeah, walking might be good for you. It's worse when you sit still, actually. But I feel your pain. I really do. What book are you surprised hasn't been made into a movie yet? Good question. Well, maybe actually like Mistborn from Brandon Sanderson, to be honest. I feel those books are fairly popular and also like should be able to make a pretty good movie, to be honest, because I mean, I know like they were talking about like Stormlight Archive getting like I think a series or something, but I feel like Mistborn would suit even better because it's more like action-packed and stuff. So I feel like it would translate to screen maybe better, I don't know. So I feel like that could, yeah. Harry Potter, what? That's already gotten it. On that note, what book would be horrible in movie form? Oh, I never ended a poll. Oh god, thank you. There. I ended it on OBS, but apparently I have to do it on the YouTube page as well. But what book would be horrible in movie form? That's a good one. But I don't know really. Probably like some book that is very character focused, like a lot of internal monologues and not a lot of action, I feel. But I can't really think of an example right now. I feel like, honestly, my books, if I ever would get to have them published, would be not very great for screen, because I do have a lot of like internal thoughts and stuff, so yeah. PS1 game is amazing. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Fia and Duder were here yesterday at my place, and we played Harry Potter on PS1, and it was a lot of fun. That game is something else. What is the most bizarre dream you remember having recently? From what I saw, a game of yeet yourself in the bottomless pit. Yeah, I was so mad. It was my god. Most bizarre dream. I don't really remember any dreams I've had recently, but I do remember like a happening, and I think I mentioned it during one of my Bloodborne streams, but it was a while ago, so I don't really remember it too well. But I remember because I have when I was a kid, I used to sleepwalk quite a lot. As I grew up, I have started to have more like sleep paralysis, without the paralysis, but I get like the hallucination parts of it. And I got something like that, like a mix of dreaming and that, because I remember there was like an escalator moving towards a fire, and there was a body on the escalator, and I remember hearing a voice like behind me, close to my ear, saying, "You need to do something." So I did. I reacted to that, and I like stretched out my arm, and I grab that person's leg and I pull as hard as I can. And then I wake up because I have like grabbed I think it was my lamp that I had grabbed, and like it was like standing on the oh no, it wasn't my lamp. No, I think I just pushed down my lamp. I was grabbing my phone charger and was trying to like pull that up. Yeah. So that was a bizarre dream. Not so much because the dream itself was bizarre, but because how my body was reacting to the dream. I've seen a lot of movies that should have been TV shows, so things wouldn't rush past so fast and would get the attention they deserve. Yeah, that's also true. I feel like books most of the times should be TV shows, because there's so much you have to skip when you turn it into a movie. Absolutely correct. If you could cut something from your daily routine, like makeup or brushing teeth, etc., what would you choose? Yeah, Harry Potter is a great example of that, Tudor. Exactly. That's probably why they are making a TV show, and everyone is upset for some reason. Well, Tudor, I think this is your question. So, like, do you mean I wouldn't have to do it, but it would be like no, like if I didn't brush my teeth, for example, would I have like poor tooth health and a smelly mouth, or would it be like it would be done automatically? Okay, I see. All right, cleaning, but that's not a daily routine, so I guess it doesn't count. Daily routine. Yeah, cut out work. That is a daily routine, Quill. Thank you. Work. I would want work to be done automatically. Thank you. That's amazing. Yes. Work does not count. Oh, come on, Tudor. Now you're being unfair. Alright. Flossing. I hate flossing. I tend to cut it, to be honest, a lot of times because I hate doing it so much. So if that could be done automatically, yes, flossing. What childhood cartoon do you still like to watch? I mean, I'm a big kid, honestly, so I have never stopped watching cartoons, to be honest. But like if it was speaking what I tend to go back to and watch, probably like Avatar: The Last Airbender, and also all the Disney classics like The Lion King, Emperor's New Groove, all those. Yeah, definitely, I love those. Dude, you know 3 bites in your future. Alright, but this set of questions actually went by quite fast, so we are getting to the final round of the book guessing game, and also the final rounds of questions after that. So yeah, we are closing in on the end, guys, and I feel like my body will thank me when I'm off the stream, because I am starting to die a bit here, not gonna lie. Dying in a good way, because still, I have a lot of fun, but sitting in front of a computer screen for this long, yeah, not the best for my body. Now you made me think of the horror of constant live remakes of Disney movies. Yeah, I don't know why they do that. I actually have watched like a few of them, and I mean, they're alright, but they don't really capture the magic of the originals, so I don't really know why they keep doing those. Like, I watched The Lion King, and that one was just ugh. Beauty and the Beast was fine, and I also sort of enjoyed The Jungle Book, but yeah. Yeah, I also prefer the originals, definitely. Absolutely, 100%. You prepare for another loss or tie? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe you guys are better at guessing this time. So let's see here. And starting a poll, and which is the book? So these are the options. And let's see here. There was a hand in the darkness, and it held a knife. The knife had a handle of polished black bone, and a blade finer and sharper than any razor. If it sliced you, you might not even know you had been cut, not immediately. The knife had done almost everything it was brought to that house to do, and both the blade and the handle were wet. The street door was still open, just a little, where the knife and the man who held it had slipped in, and wisps of nighttime mist slithered and twined into the house through the open door. The man Jack paused on the landing. With his left hand he pulled a large white handkerchief from the pocket of his black coat, and with it he wiped off the knife and his gloved right hand, which had been holding it. Then he put the handkerchief away. The hunt was almost over. He had left the woman in her bed, the man on the bedroom floor, the older child in her brightly colored bedroom, surrounded by toys and half-finished models. That only left the little one, a baby barely a toddler, to take care of. And that was it. Time to vote. And I think while you are voting, I'm going to take a short mini break and stretch a little more and get some more water. So I'll be back soon. Alright, I am back. How is the voting going? I think it's because they are doing movies by quotas now, trying to hit marks rather than just telling a good story. Yeah, I feel like that is the case, really. Mulan's still favorite? Yeah, Mulan is great. I have not watched the live action one though, because I feel like that one, just from knowing like bits and pieces of it, I feel like it's terrible, to be honest. Yeah, I know I look funny when I leave. That's part of the charm, I feel. It's an okay movie if you don't think of it as Mulan. Okay, I see. Yeah, I still feel like I wouldn't probably not like it, but yeah. 75% for the Boneshard daughter. I see. So let's do a countdown, shall we? And then I will close the vote. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it was 75% for the Boneshard daughter and only 25% for the Graveyard Book. Well, I am sorry to tell you guys, I am not squatting this time either. It was the Graveyard Book. You guys don't seem to have a skill for this. I think you guys need to read more. It's what you're saying. It's what I'm saying. It's what I'm seeing here, basically. Your 3 out of 5 could be worse. Yeah. And you personally got 3 out of 5 as well, yeah. So after you fail the coding quiz, you should code more. I mean, no. No. And it's fine. It's just for fun, really. So, you know. I'm just teasing you guys. But yeah, that was indeed from the Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. Time to do my last 20 quill. Quill. I will give you lots of hugs. Virtually, because I can't give you physical hugs, but yeah. Alright, I will read from the back of these books as well. So this is the Graveyard Book. Nobody Owens, known to his friends as Bod, is a normal boy. He would be completely normal if he didn't live in a graveyard, being raised and educated by ghosts. There are dangers and adventures for Bod in the graveyard, but it is the land of the living that real danger lurks But it is in the land of the living that the real danger lurks, for it is there that the man Jack lives, and he has already killed Bod's family. A deliciously dark masterwork by best-selling author Neil Gaiman with illustrations by award-winning Chris Riddle. But yeah, this book is amazing. I can recommend it, definitely. It's really good. It is actually a retelling of the Jungle Book, apparently, which is quite cool. And now for the Boneshard Daughter, which is a book I have not read, but I have heard really good things about it. Also, the cover is gorgeous. The Sukai dynasty has ruled the Phoenix Empire for over a century, their mastery of Boneshard magic powering the monstrous constructs that maintain law and order. But now the Emperor's rule is failing, and revolution is sweeping across the Empire's many islands. Lynn is the Emperor's daughter, but a mysterious childhood illness has stolen her childhood memories and her status as heir to the Empire. Trapped in a palace of locked doors and old secrets, Lynn vows to reclaim her birthright by mastering the forbidden art of Boneshard magic. But the mysteries behind such power are dark and deep, and wielding her family's magic carries a great cost. When the revolution reaches the gates of the palace itself, Lynn must decide how far she is willing to go to claim her throne and save her people. Share cover. I'm not sure I can do that smoothly right now without like turning on my camera, and we're not doing a face reveal. We're not having that much fun. So I would say look it up on the internet. Just search for the Boneshard Daughter and you will find it. The author is Andrea Stewart. So yeah, no face reveals. And good job, Quill, good job. I can understand the pain. Yeah, absolutely, I can share it on Discord for you guys who have me there, absolutely. Community post at the stream of covers. Yeah, that's a good idea, that's a great idea actually. You're not you're not dumb, Quill. You're quite smart. So yeah, that's a great idea. I will do that. Alright, and we are on to... No, you're not dumb. You're not dumb. Yeah, exactly, Quill does the cooking. Alright, and now we are on to the last set of questions. So if you have any more questions, chat, this is your chance, because we are about to wrap up soon. So, if you could choose one past decade to live through your 20s in, which would it be? Well, I think now is a good time to live, but if it's going to have to be like the past, I would like to experience the Middle Ages. I think it would be horrible. I would probably die. It would be awful, but I love like anything medieval themed, so it would be cool to experience it, but yeah, I would probably not survive it, but yeah, I would pick the Middle Ages. Favorite way to spend a free day? Oh, yeah, that's... it depends really, like on what I've been doing a lot during the week. Like, I like to, either like game or read, and also write. So I tend to like, when I'm free, just circle around those three hobbies basically, and just walk around in my PJs, not worrying about how I look or anything. Just relax and be a couch potato basically. It is the best thing. One thing I really like, if I'm really being really like couch potato-y, binging a series. It is so nice to do that when you have like just a day off to do whatever the heck you want. But yeah, just spending time with my hobbies and just relax, basically. What's the biggest thing you really screwed up but no one noticed? Oh, I don't think there is any kind of situation like that. Oh no, actually I do think I can't think of it, but what I was going to say was, usually when I screw up I let everyone know because I hate myself so much for screwing up, so I'm like oversharing my screw ups. But I do, there was actually one way, because I have my like, my brain is an interesting place. I'm very much of a scatterbrain, and there was an instant at work where I came late to like a big meeting. It wasn't like a small meeting like around colleagues. It was like a huge meeting with a lot of people, like over 100 people over on Teams. I went a bit later for lunch because I had a lot of things to do, and so I just sat over a bit and then I went later. And then I realized when I came back and I started work, and I was like, oh shit, the meeting. And yeah, I just sneaked in to the meeting and came late, but I don't think anyone noticed because it was such a big meeting with so many people, so no one was like keeping track. But that is one thing that I feel like I really screwed up on, because I just completely forgot about the meeting because my brain was being so up in the clouds. You were arrested in a morning raid. What crime would your mom assume you had committed? And what about your friends? Huh. I mean, this is very tough because I'm such a law-abiding person. Like, I'm very much for following the rules and such. So, cannibals, oh my god, no. So, I don't know. Probably, I'm messy. So my mom would probably like expect me to like have messed up like... No, probably not, because you don't get like arrested in a morning raid for that kind of stuff, like littering. I don't know. I mean, my friends would probably think it was a car accident because I don't think they like my driving very much. But what would my mom think? I mean, she knows that I'm not a criminal, so... I would still say like littering, to be honest. Like, I don't know if that's something you can get arrested in a morning raid for, but maybe if I had done like a serious crime, it would be, yeah, probably like littering. Or like maybe downloaded like a game that I shouldn't have downloaded. Or something like that. I don't know. Obviously you didn't hack anything. No, I could never. I'm not smart enough for that. All my suspicions would be vampire based. Yeah, I can see why. Would have to be a chemical dump or something then. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, maybe like downloading a game that like illegally or something. I don't know. Very hard question. Very hard question for such a goody two shoes as I am. Do you actually feel like an adult? Why? Why not? Alright, copyright claim, get arrested. Yeah, maybe that. True. Yeah, you wouldn't download a comics. I remember those commercials. Do you feel like an adult? Why not? No, I do not feel like an adult. I feel like I had this discussion with my friends over on Discord quite recently, actually, that I feel like I'm just faking my way through life. I feel like I don't know anything, and like one of these days people are gonna figure it out that I'm just basically a kid playing an adult. So no, I do not feel like an adult. As to why, I don't know. It's just this feeling I have. Like, I feel like I'm very childish compared to people of the same age that are around me. I still, like, I'm single. I have no partner. I have no kids except for my fur baby, my cat. I feel like, yeah, and also I feel like I don't know a lot of things that you're supposed to know like an adult, and I just started streaming. Like, people my age get married and have kids, and here I am just going back to like not my mom's basement, because I do live alone, but like basically like, oh wait, I'm gonna play video games on the internet instead, and being an anime character in front of people, like, you know. So no, I do not feel like an adult at all. I remember someone commenting on a video, I would if I could. Yeah. Understandable, I guess. And we are a collection of goblins. Yeah. I think we all are, actually. If you had to choose between having a horn or a tail, what would you choose? Probably tail. Because a horn, I feel like, why would I want a horn? Like a tail, it's more, a tail I could make like a tail look attractive. A horn is just there, I feel. And I don't want to be a unicorn. So yeah, I think I would probably choose a tail. I feel like I could make a tail work, whereas a horn would just be like a big pimple. You don't want that. So, and didn't humans used to have tails? Like, we have a tailbone, so I mean, wouldn't be too bad. But I will still bully over the fridges. Yeah, you can bully me over my fridge, Quill. I know, my fridge is a disaster. I bully myself over my fridge, to be honest. If this is a doodle question, could I have 2 horns? You would hit it all the times too. The horn, yeah, exactly. So yeah, I wouldn't want a horn. First thing Quill does when she gets to Sweden, fridge inspection. Oh god, yeah, I'm aware that might be the case, so I'm going to try and clean it before then. Then she might complain though that it is too empty, but rather that than full of old food, right? Would you rather have a terrible odor or that everyone else did? I think I would pick everyone else, because once I have to live with myself, so if I have a terrible odor, I would smell myself all the time. I would never be able to turn it off. And that would be ugh. And also, I don't want people to like think badly of me. I'm that's one of my biggest fears, that I like smell badly among people. So I would never want to have a terrible odor. That's just, no, absolutely not. If everyone else did, yeah, it would be unpleasant, but it would not be me, and I would be like the one person that smells good. So I mean, I would be like this magical good smelling creature. So yeah. What if you couldn't smell it but everyone else could? Yeah, still the same. I would not want anyone else to think I smell badly. I would rather put up with everyone else smell badly and know that I smell good than the other way around. Because I'm way too self-conscious. I would never be able to walk out of my apartment again if I smelled badly forever. So yeah. If you could choose 5 authors to have dinner with, who would they be? That's a really good one. I would choose... probably... I haven't read any Tolkien except for The Hobbit, but it would be interesting to talk with him. Because of his like linguistic side of things, like how to create languages and stuff like that. That would be very interesting. So J.R. Tolkien, Carissa Broadbent, because I love her books, those are amazing. Holly Black, I love her books, those are amazing. Like, I would love to just discuss their worlds and also get some tips on writing from them, because those are like basically my favorite authors. And why do you describe things so much? Yeah, that too. I have 2 more. Patrick Rothfuss, probably, because I love the Name of the Wind books, even if they are not finished. So I would like to like talk to him about that, and also see, like, maybe get to pry a bit, like, why isn't the 3rd book done? Will it be done? So yeah. And maybe Astrid Lindgren, the famous children's books author from Sweden, because she is a huge part of my childhood, and it would be such an honor to meet her and speak with her. So yeah, I think those 5 would be the ones I would pick. A bit of a mix. But yeah, I feel pretty good with that. So J.R. Tolkien, Carissa Broadbent, Holly Black, Patrick Rothfuss, and Astrid Lindgren. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with those choices. Let's see here. We only have 3 more questions here on the list. Do you still sleep with a stuffed animal? Does my cat count? Otherwise, no, I don't. I do still have a lot of plushies, but they are not in my bed, because I would be very uncomfortable if they were there. No, my cat isn't stuffed, I was just joking. He's very alive and well. But yeah, no, I don't sleep with any stuffed animals. It would be very uncomfortable, I feel. Only sometimes of the day. What? What pet would you have if not a cat? Good question. Probably not a dog. I love dogs. But Tiger would wage war on your plushies? No, I don't think he would care about that, but I would be uncomfortable having them there. Like, I want to be able to stretch out and not have stuff in the way, you know? But as to what pet I would have if not a cat, I would probably not have a dog. I love dogs. I have nothing against dogs. They are adorable, but I don't think I would want one myself, because the whole thing about having to walk them no matter what type of weather it is, no matter how you are feeling, and having to pick up their poop. Horse if you had a mate. No, I don't think that either. I'm leaning towards like either like bunny or guinea pig, because they are super cute. And I used to have those when I was a kid. Or maybe actually like a lizard, to be honest. I think they are quite cool. And especially if I had a maid that could like feed them and I don't have to deal with like bugs and stuff. A lizard would be quite cool, to be honest. But probably more, I'm leaning more towards like bunny or guinea pig, actually. A pet horse to snuggle up to in bed. No. Nah. Donkey-sized beaver. No. But I can actually send you guys a picture, for those of you who are friends with me on Discord. I can send you a picture. I have a plushie, a huge beaver, and it's so huggable and so adorable. So I'm gonna send that to you guys as well later today. I'm now thinking of the size of the dam a donkey-sized beaver would make. Oh yeah, that too. If I was a donkey-sized beaver, I would be a menace to society, and I'm here for it. Alright, last question from the list here. Are you interested in any sports? Like practicing? No, absolutely not. I hate it. Watching? Pretty much the same there, but I do think it's kind of fun to watch like ice skating. Sometimes I do find that fascinating to watch, and also horse jumping as well is quite fun to watch, and also it was quite interesting because my mom and I was in England, like I think it was maybe 2 years ago, 3 years, I don't know, time flies, you know. But a few years back, my mom and I went to England, to Harrogate, to go to the Great Yorkshire Show, which is this like big agricultural sort of like marketplace thing show. Yeah, and they had like I'm not sure what it's called, but like when dogs are chasing sheep. That they had on display, and that was so much fun to watch. It was super exciting, so I could think like watching that also. So yeah, those are like the sheep herding. Yeah, exactly. That was also very fascinating. So I feel like if that was on TV, I would probably just sit there benched and just watch. But otherwise, I'm not really a sports person, to be honest. And definitely not practicing any sports. Like I hate it. I have to force myself to work out just to be healthy, but I'm a couch potato, to be honest. You're not a menace already. I guess I am in a way, right? Like Abid just said, God has chosen me for me to live another day, and I'm going to make it everyone else's problem. Yeah. Confirmed, Lol is the one person watching all of those Olympic sports that everyone else skips. Well, all the ones that people are watching are boring, so you know. There's that. You are a delightful menace. Thank you, Quill. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it a lot. So, does anyone else have any questions for me? Because otherwise I'm thinking of starting to wrap it up by reading the English translation to the prologue of my vampire story. We are starting the way we ended. Wait. We are ending the way we started it, with a vampire story. But now you guys will be able to understand what I'm saying this time. So yeah. Any more questions? Otherwise, I will start reading in a sec. But also, just want to thank you guys for being here. It has been lovely, really. Many hours later, we're just getting started. Yeah, no, I start to feel really sore. We've been at it for almost 5 hours, guys. It's insane. It's insane. I will probably be in a lot of pain tomorrow. My neck is starting to really... I was thinking of maybe like do some video editing after this, but yeah, I think I will stay away from the computer after this, to be honest. It is starting to hurt quite a bit, but it has been worth it. It has been so much fun. Wait, 4 hours? Oh, I can't count. Yeah, true. We started at 1. You are absolutely correct, but still, very long. So yeah, I know how to count, guys. I'm a functional person. Yeah, I can't see timer either, but I was just looking at the clock. But we started at 13, so yeah, it is 4 hours almost. But still a very long time to just sit and talk. So all right. I'm going to drink some water first to prepare. VTuber once again being very math skilled. Yeah, I am a math genius, just having you know. 4 hours, my normal stream time. Well, that's good for you, Day. I am not quite as durable. I can manage it, and I feel it doesn't feel like 4 hours. It's been very fun, and I have enjoyed every second of it, but yeah, my body really can't handle it too much. Like, my neck hurts, my leg, my blood clotted leg is starting to hurt a bit, and my voice definitely is starting to strain, so yeah. I'm the type of person that can't do the same thing for too long, basically. I need variation in my life, and especially when it comes to like where I am sitting and how I'm sitting, because yeah, my body is breaking if I sit for too long by the computer. Alright, but I will start reading for you guys, so just lean back and relax and enjoy. And as I said before, also, this is in no way edited. This is not the final product, or what to say, but like, this is the first draft, so if it is rough around the edges, that is why. But I still want to share with you guys, since I have been talking a lot about it during my writing streams, so this is the story that I'm writing on. This is the prologue. It was a bitterly cold winter night, with a chill that really stuck onto your skin. Even though she was sitting in front of a fire with a blanket on her lap, Mira was shivering and regretting her decision to wear only a thin dress and a pair of ballerina shoes. She wanted to go home. The meeting had dragged on. Wait, I lost myself. Sorry. The meeting had dragged on, and she was dying of boredom, and the smell of the human servant running in and out of the room with wine and cutlets drove her almost insane. It had been weeks since she allowed herself to drink. As if hearing her thoughts, the servant appeared beside her with a cheese platter. "May I offer some cheese?" he asked politely. He was young, not much more than 20 years old, with well-combed blonde hair and bright blue eyes. He smelled lovely. "No, I don't like cheese. Your arm, on the other hand, or maybe your neck." The servant's eyes widened, and a firm voice from the far side of the long table was heard. "Mira!" She rolled her eyes. "Yes, Marcel?" "Try to behave yourself. The boy is not yours to drink from." Mira sighed and stood up, wrapping the blanket around her, leaving her seat by the fire to join the meeting. I'm behaving, I promise, but I'm getting bored. Can't we go home soon? Marcel looked at her with tired eyes, and she could see how his age was starting to catch up with him. He too needed to drink soon. His white hair was matted, and his red eyes clouded. A sad sight. Mira herself wasn't looking much better right now, and it was worse in her case considering her small frame. A child with signs of aging was just wrong. The woman sitting across from Marcel snorted. You should teach your daughter some decency, Master Marcel. Marcel laughed lightly. Mira is not my daughter, Your Highness, and trying to control her will be like trying to control the wind. He stroked Mira's cheek, and she grinned contentedly at the woman. Besides, she's right, continued Marcel. This has gone on long enough. You want us to take care of your boys. This is no problem. The Ravas has always been loyal to the throne. This has not changed, even if your situation has, Your Highness. So what's the problem? Because it's clear something is gnawing at you, Master Marcel. Marcel smiled widely, revealing his rows of sharp fangs. The woman gasped, and Mira giggled. What bothers Marcel is how you intend to pay us, Your Majesty, chirped Mira. The Ravas are loyal to the throne, it is true, but this loyalty has always been a bought one. Given your current situation, how do you plan to buy our loyalty? Why should we take care of the twins, just because you will soon be wiped out? We do not run a charity. The room became completely silent. The only thing that could be heard was the sound of the fire. If it is gold you want, the woman began, and Mira laughed out loud. Gold? Your Majesty, you hardly have any gold to offer. But no, gold is not what we want. Your blood, on the other hand. The woman narrowed her eyes. My blood? In an instant, Mira was over her and had sunk her teeth into her throat. The woman tried to fight back, but the little girl was like a tick clinging on. She couldn't be moved. The woman looked desperately at Marcel, but he just sat there and watched as it all unfolded, a cold smile on his lips. Soon it was all over, and the former vampire queen lay on the floor dead, completely drained of blood, while Mira licked her lips contentedly. She looked at the pram standing at the end of the table. 2 small babies slept in there, completely unaware of what had happened to their mother. The human servant re-entered the room with more cuts and screamed when he saw his mistress' lifeless body. Mira nodded at Marcel. Go ahead, he's yours. The servant screamed as the older vampire flew at him, but soon the venom took its toll, and he became completely calm. Mira looked at the babies again. Twins, yet so different from one another. Marcel joined beside her. Do what you will with the Dampier, said Mira. The other is mine. And that was it, guys. That was the prologue to my story. Lay back and relax sounds almost like you're going to start casting some sort of occult ritual on us. Yeah, isn't my writing a sort of an occult ritual, to be honest? And here's some Kool-Aid. Yeah. Wow. Thank you guys for being here. It has been lovely. And thank you for all of those who have been here all these 4 hours with me. It's insane. Like, you guys are the true heroes. That was good in English too, especially for a quick translation. Yeah, thank you. I did my best. Like, I mostly used Google Translate, to be honest, but then I checked it to see if there was any glaring mistakes, because we all know Google Translate is not the most accurate all the times, and also some things in Swedish doesn't really translate into English, so I had to remove some parts, and yeah. But yeah, otherwise I feel like it's a pretty decent translation, at least. Prologue is just as enjoyable readers as it was reading. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you like it. Oh, my voice is starting to die, really. But before we end, I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, if my voice is letting me, Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for liking and watching and subscribing and all of that. Like, you guys are amazing. None of this would be possible without you, and I am so thankful to each and every one of you. I just am so grateful and humbled, really, for all the support I have been receiving during this short time I have been doing this. It's amazing, really. And I hope that I can continue to grow, to entertain more people, and create a nice and safe and cozy place for everyone to hang out in. Because that's really what I want to do. I want a place for people to be able to relax and wind down and just have fun, really. So I hope that I'm able to do that, and that you feel like that's what I'm doing, if even just a little. So yes, thank you so much everyone, and thank you for being here with me. It has been a lot of fun, and I hope you guys had fun as well. Also, it is a Sunday today, so I will put up my schedule today. But as for the streams next week, it will be the House in Fata Morgana on Tuesday, and then it will be Final Fantasy VII on Thursday. And I don't think I will do any weekend stream. I will try to have a more time to myself kind of weekend, I feel, because lately that's been lacking in my life, and I feel like I need it. The introvert in me is screaming. So yeah, only 2 streams next week. But as I said, I will put up my schedule today, so don't worry about that. You don't have to remember anything I have said right now. Anyway, I'm going to go and relax a bit. I think I will go and read, actually. Really, just to let my neck lay down for a bit. So yeah, I wish you all a lovely day. I will see you guys next time. Bye everyone.